However, I'm playing through it in Japanese. My Japanese is not very good, but it's not going to get any better if I don't try with it. So, what's this game called? It's Bokujo Monogatari, or as we have it localized, Harvest Moon. It even says Harvest Moon underneath there. It's also telling us press the start button, which we will, and let's Hajime Kara. Is this in Japanese because there's no other choice, or is it a challenge and learning experience? Definitely the second part there. No, there's definitely other choices for this. Including a modernized release. This got Story of Season Friends of Mineral Town released on the PC. I played it, I wasn't very impressed with it, just left me hungering for this. So, this is Mayor Thomas, and he says, Mineral Town, hey Yokozo, so welcome to Mineral Town. I am the Mayor, Thomas Desu. Kore kara ikutsuka shitsumon o... Okay, so we're gonna do various things. Please help me out. And what is your name, he says. Kimi wa nanto yo namae dataka ne? What is our name? Well, fortunately we don't have to put our name in as Marbinu, because although there is kana and kata across here, we can go down and... I swear that's a bit loud, I'm still going to drop that down a bit. We can go down to special characters and put it in. Now, I don't think I've ever met someone called Marvin in my life, but it's still my go-to name for characters in video games, and there are just enough character slots to fit him in. No, I am not Dr. Zouf. This is easy-peasy stuff. If you knuckle down for like a couple of weeks, you could be on my level. So, he's saying, Kimi no tanjobi wa ikuna no kana? So he wants to know when my birthday is. And I always put in my real birthday for this, which is fall the 9th. Yes, I know that's right. 9's my lucky number. I was born on the 9th day, the 9th month in redacted year. Right, he also wants to know the name of my farm. I forget the word for farm, but I know that is farm. And our farm, if you're a fan of Molten Dead, you'll get this. Not Molten Dead, Urban Dead. But I like to call my farms in farming games Molten, after that browser-based MMO zombie survival game. I still log into it every now and then. If you're up in Chancelwood, you'll find DDR Jerk there in the Haslop building. Now, he's asking what the name of the farm dog is. Why he says Inu in katakana, I don't know, because the game does have the character for dog. In fact, it's right there. I could just call the dog Dog. Actually, I'm gonna, because this is a nostalgic game, I'm going to name it after my childhood dog. His name was Homer. He had black fur and it was really sleek. Oh, he has long since departed, though. Right, this all seems about right, so kore de ii, let's go. No, it's probably better that this is not Japan time friendly. Ninja and Alpha would probably be ripping into my lack of skills here, especially given the amount of time I've had to refine them and have definitely not. Yeah, it's almost as if I live my life timing against Alpha. Had the marathon when he was away, I'm going to Japan when he's away, and I'm doing this when he's asleep. So, what's he saying here? So this is Thomas saying, Do dane, kimi no oji-san. Okay, so he's saying this is our old man's farm, Oji-san. Now, I'm never quite sure the meaning of Oji-san here. Is this my grandfather or just some old relative? I think Oji-san gets a lot of use, but let's just say it's grandfather, because I'm pretty sure that's how it's localized. Shibaraku hotarakashitatande. Kanari arete iru ga. Iru ga what? I'm pretty sure he's telling us this is the old farm and it's a bit of a ramshackle state. I'm not sure how much of that's down to memory, though. Isn't that Oshiete? Yeah, Oshieteru Kane. Do you remember you were just a wee one, and during your summer vacation, that's Yasumi. Come on, you should remember that one. It's easy. Natsu Yasumi. Yeah, I think that's it. You would spend your days on this farm? Yeah. Do you remember the time you spent on this farm when you were a ween? Oh boy, Teru is remembering. Thank you. Oh man, here it goes. It's and this game, I'm pretty sure, has absolutely no furigana, so reading these pixelated kanji is going to be tricky. Sumanaiga, I'm pretty sure that's some weird way of saying I'm sorry. Your summer vacation has been canceruda. What could canceru mean? But yes, the family's summer vacation has been cancelled, and doshite mo shigoto no tsugo ga, so work. They gotta work. Well, it's doshite mo shigoto. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with it being used that way, but it's because of work, and tsukanakute na. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Oh, but they're also saying that father is also wrapped up with work. This time, gaman? Gaman? Wait, we've had gaman before. I'm pretty sure it came up in Rune Factory. It was something like stick with it. It's like, whatever. Put up with it this time. Too bad. Mata, ume. Christ, I've seen that kanji 100 times and I still can't remember what it means. It's like getting together or something, right? Well, I'm sure it's of no real coincidence. Gomen asai, right? I'm so sorry. Sono kawari. I don't know what you're talking about, Jake. I studied Arabic for 8 years in my school, but I'm barely as good as you are with Jap. Yeah, but that's school study. You don't really feel any urge to study that crap at school. You need motivation to really stick through with the language. And someday I will play Terranigma in original Japanese, and hopefully even understand a little bit of it. Right, so anyway, they're still saying, I'm sorry, but you can go to Granddaddy's farm and asobasa. Oh, right, they're saying you can go and play there. Okay, great. Tamani wa shizen no birishiterashai. I have absolutely no idea what that means, so I'm sure it's not important. There'll be plenty of moments like that where I look at something and just go, yeah, I have no idea. And in situations like that, just like situations in real life, you just gotta press on. It's like when I pour into those Xenonot breaches and I just go, I know there are going to be risks. We just go for it. Right. Oh, Yoko kita no. So he's greeting us here. Konnai na de nanamanai ga ma yukuri shite. That's it again, yukuri. I'm pretty sure it's something like take it easy. Because I went through, I'm not going to admit that I have some old memes folder, but imagine that I said that without saying it. And I found some song by the original Vocaloid lassie, and I'm pretty sure it was all about that. She's playing a guitar, there are loads of leaks everywhere, and she's saying, take it easy. Anyway, old man here is saying there might not be so much, but take it easy here. You're $1,000,000 yen in debt. I don't know what that means, so I'll ignore it. No, that's Animal Crossing. Harvest Moon's leagues above that, although it's different experiences. So I farm work. Okay, he's going to be busy with his farm work. What the hell is that again? Crap, we've seen that before. Hand tree. Isn't that like a foe? The hell does that even mean? God knows, but he's saying that there are kids in the village, so go and play with them. Alright, I will do just that. Yukuri is leisurely. Thank you. Yukuri is indeed an ancient Japanese... Oh my days. Yeah. The old memes folder. You know, I don't have any memories like this because I was brought up in the absolute boonies, so this doesn't seem all too enrapturing to me. Then again, going into towns was miserable, so I think I've just got to accept my lot. Oh yeah, it's time for some sob story about lost love coming in about 10 seconds. I've never been chased by chickens, nor have I chased chickens. Yeah, Dark Lunar, I was talking about Hatsune Miku. I've never been a big fan of Vocaloids, but there's been some which have done songs that I like. What's their name? What's the one that does like 10-faced whatchamacallit? That one's pretty good. Ah, Antone. Right, so you're saying you're that wee boy that came to the old dude's farm? Yep. Itsumo... What's the reading for one person? It's not like Ichito, it's I mean, 2 is Futari, so what's one person? God, see, it's kind of mortifying to forget basic things, especially on stream. But you don't learn them if you don't drill them. Anyway, what she's saying is, always alone, are you? Hitori, thank you, IFT. Where'd you get all your Japanese knowledge from, anyway? I'm sure I asked before, but I'm also sure I forgot. Watashi mo koko ga suki da kara yoku hitori de asobi ni kiru no. So, she's saying that she also likes to come here. She likes to come here and play. Ne yokattara... da-da-da. What's that? It's like, talk and listen? No. Talk, sound, conver... Isn't that a question? Yeah, okay, so she wants to ask us about us and our life, I think. Basically, she's into us. Or she's into the farm. She knows if she marries in, she gets land. Very cute. I learned Japanese through high school and then kept reading visual novel. Oh god. Some prices are too high, IFT. Visual novels in Japanese, crikey. At least then you don't have to put up with butchered translations. Right. Do jata tanoshikatta kai? So he's asking, how was it? Did you have fun? Returning, mother. Okay, so... Kaitara... Tosan to basan ni yoro. Alright, so say hi to your mum and dad for me. So I guess that's his... Well, his kids or step-kids. Is it step? What's in it? Kid-in-law, that's it. Maybe. Ite tekure washimo tanashikatta. Okay, so tell your mum and your pops that I had fun as well. Even though we didn't really spend any time with him, we spent time with her. Now, massive spoilers for this game. This girl actually ends up being whoever we fall in love with or marry in-game. So she's kept like an amalgamation of all 5 of the bachelorettes. So reality can change depending on who we court. Are mo ichao no? Yes, so we didn't even tell her we're leaving, but we are leaving. Samishi. Samishi? Sabishi would be her being unhappy, so I'm guessing this is like lonely or something. I'll be lonely without you. Let's go with that. Hey, mataitsu tomo dotte kuru yone. So, okay, so she's sure that we'll come back and see her again? Yeah, we will. Why not? We're 5. We're already taking names and breaking hearts. That's right. Breaking hearts is like learning Japanese. You gotta get experience and put it to use. Yokosoka. See, I am terrible with greetings and farewells, so I'm guessing she in some way said goodbye. Doesn't matter. We're leaving. Sure, we'll never see her again. Except we will in just a few minutes, because of course we're going to do the rounds and court everything in this town. I have not decided who we're going to go for, except we will not be going for Anne. Anne is probably my favourite of the girls in this game, and that's not saying much, because they're all a bit, well, what's the phrase you use these days? Milquetoast? They're not very exciting. So anybody but Anne, because we did her last time. Right. Are kara zuibun? What? Are kara zuibun. Zuibun? Kimi mori... Anese choshitayo dane? I truly have no idea what Thomas is saying here. But I'm pretty sure he's just saying some fruitless version of so that's that. How did you learn Japanese? No specific way. I've just been picking up bits here and there like I'm cutting out gift tokens off the cereal boxes. Sore de, and so kore wa isn't Machi village? I'm guessing it is. So he has had a discussion with everyone in town. I recognise that because it's fire, fire, and talk, but yes. So having talked it over with the townspeople, the farm of... Oh, what the hell is that? Well, God knows what that is. Anyway, the farm... we've got 3 years... Yeah, you're going to put 3 years of work into this farm. We'll see how you do. If you want, Jake, I'm happy to join you in voice chat. No, this is mortifying enough as it is alone. Right. Kimeo Tamesuwa Gejanaika. So you... I'm not somethinging you, whatever that is. Now, I know what happens in the game from the translation. He's basically saying shape up or ship out. You've got 3 years to see to this farm, but I don't want to rely too much on my memory here. Right. Even so, I'm struggling with whatever the heck Thomas is trying to say here. As in translating it, not remembering it. Right, so if you do a whole lot of work on this farm, then you can stay here. Yeah, thanks, Thomas. Don't I own this farm? However... Areho dai datari? Right, so I know that if he's saying like if you don't do well with the farm, basically you're gonna be kicked out here. He doesn't sound very apologetic about it though. He's just saying out you go. So thanks for that. Kore wa michi no hito. Okay, so this is what the discussion of everybody has resulted in. Okay, well we got the premise there, right? Doubtlessly. Farm work. Farm work. What the heck is that? Oh, no, that's oh Christ, I should know that one very well. Daihen? He's saying that farm work can be tough. I didn't think you could use Taihen like that, though. I thought Taihen was like, oh, it's terrible, the barn is on fire, not this is going to be difficult. But again, I don't know this stuff, so we're picking it up as we go. Shikari ganbate. So he's using that word, that ganbate. Do your best and don't lose. And Okay, well, do a good job. Be a good farmer. Alright, are we done, Thomas? Clearly talking to you is getting me nowhere. My vast experience with aero games is not helping me talk to this old coot. You can use Taihan for anything difficult or troublesome. Oh, I had no idea. But now I do, I suppose. Right, first things first. Yeah, there is gameplay in this. It's not purely some kind of farming visual novel. We need our tools. The most important thing to get right now, I would say, is... probably not the scythe. The scythe is actually pretty useless. We're going to clear out the land that we need, and we're going to plow it, and later on I will water it. I don't think you can actually buy any seeds on the first day. Maybe we can. Oh, right, it's Tuesday that the shop is closed, so I should be fine outside of that. And isn't this where we change the configuration of controls? Ah, here we go. But are you going to tell me what the... Oh, crikey. I don't want to read what you have to say here. I don't think the vibration is going to work regardless. It would be cool if it did. Stereo or a mono sound. I can't believe that was ever a choice. Right, I don't know what the configurations for this is, but if I can get back to X for running, that would be nice. Oh, god no, that was... and I meant circle for running. That was actually changing the direction that you go with your running. No, no, he doesn't like it. Not at all. Ah. Oh, this is just an explanation of what you do. You don't actually change the controls there. Well, I'll have to live with it. It's X to run, and I'm so used to it being circle to run. Either that or my memory is really messed up. Square to attack, or use my item. There's no combat in this game. And hey, look at this. We can... I can work on my left and right here. The way I tend to remember it is that right has rock in it. So if I press right, I should get the news. Hey, there we go. And I don't want to listen to the news. I'm not that advanced. Actually, that's not too difficult, is it? First off, let's check out the Genki. So. Tenkyo ho des. So you're actually telling us about tomorrow's weather, and you're saying that... What's the reading for that? I'm pretty sure that's all of the country. But it's going to be sunny, and it's going to be hare day. So sun across, and the skies will be blue. Yay, lucky us. Zenzoku. Is that all the country? Because reading it makes me think all the country. Because it's like Subetean country, right? I'll believe it. Anyway, it's sunny today, it's sunny tomorrow. Lucky us. So he's telling... Oh, whoa. I didn't agree to auto-scrolling here. And I can't scroll back up. So it's read fast. Nationwide? Ooh, that's handy. Thank you. Right, so telling us about things that are going on during these times on the 8th day of spring. There's no months here, there's just seasons, and 30 days to a season, I believe. On the 8th day, there is... Now, I don't really know the reading... Well, actually, no, that's easy, actually. It's Spring's Woman God Festival. So, that's the Goddess Festival of Spring. On the 18th, there is a... what the hell's that? That's grass and horse with some ungodly amalgamation in the middle of it. So I'm pretty sure that's the horse racing festival. And on the 22nd, that's quite clearly the cooking festival. So thank you, newsman. You know what, this channel on the left was always weird. Even the translation didn't make a whole lot of sense, probably because it's a bunch of Japanese references or something. Petan. Now I recognize that with some Tohos involved, but... I don't get it. Zengus gets it, though. Okay, well I don't... I'm not going to take the time to puzzle out what they're doing on the left-hand channel, because it's always weird every day, except for the shopping channel. But let's just ignore that. If you press down, though, you get Farmer Fran's explanation channel, which tells you about various mechanics in the game, and it's an episode for every single day. So what's that, 120 episodes across the entire game, and then it repeats from the new year. Anyway, it's auto-scrolling, and there's no way that I'm going to very slowly handle that. I already know how to play. It's an extremely Japanese stand-up comedy type skit, says Shiro. I understand. Hey, Marvin-kun, Ohio yourself, Thomas. I'm not your biggest fan, and you're a pig to please with gifts. So he's saying that today I'm going to explain this town to you. Okay. Is he saying, what do you think? Dodai, Chikanga. Oh, right. So if you have the time, and I absolutely don't have the time, so piss off, Thomas. I don't want to spend time with you. Soka, is that the case then? Well then, the farms... I always see that as direction, but I don't know what it means here. Anyway, I think he's saying when you've had your fill of the farm, go over to the village, and he's breaking the fourth wall here. He's saying that the select button, if you press the select button, you can see a map of the town. What the hell was map again? No, I've forgotten. Even though I learnt it, I forgot it. That's what happens when you don't use your words enough. So much text. Where is the game? Well, you expect the game to be much different. So... on the farm, the Irutoke. So, at times when you're on the farm, if you press the start button, the ranch above look. Right. So you'll see the whole place from above. Yeah, why not? Dekiru kara. I like Dekiru. IFT Clerk was kind enough to send me some kanji readings, but Dekiru Kandu is always ploughed into my head. I think I got it wrong in Rune Factory 5 and then drilled it in. The gameplay will fly by, the playthrough will be 80 to 90% translate. Maybe. There's a lot of, dare I say, tedium to the farm work. So, Kimi no... Right, so when leaving the farm, if you go immediately to the right, because rock has right, another farm and some other kind of farm. Now I know that there's a chicken farm and a stable out to the right. Which one is which though? I have no idea. I mean, surely one means ranch and another means chicken farm. But he's using the same kanji as my own farm. Well, it doesn't matter. He's saying that there are two other farms out there if I leave and immediately turn right, and I already know that. Ja mata kirayo. Yeah. Till I see you again, Thomas. But we're not done, because here comes Zach with a very guile haircut. And he's here to explain the basics. I'm not even going to bother reading this because I know fine well what he's saying. He's saying when you grab stuff, shove it in the shipping bin, and he's going to come around. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, get out of my face. Yeah, the kanji is a bit rough. One of the reasons I didn't go with Thomas was because he eats up a whole bunch of time that I don't really want to spend. Because that time could be spent tending to my farm. So, you don't want to break every rock in this game. Oh, my dog! How do I pick up my dog again? Circle. As long as I don't press square on my dog. Now, unfortunately for the dog, he's just going to live in here. There you go, Homer. He doesn't? There we go. There are some really esoteric mechanics to this game that you can get by fine not knowing, but you'd think just hugging your dog each day will make him happy, but actually, throwing the ball, whistling to him, and hugging him all contribute to that. So you want to do all of that, and it's easiest to do at the start of the day. In these old Harvest Moon games, time does not flow indoors. there's all sorts of stamina mechanics at play as well. It costs a stamina point to swing a tool, but it doesn't cost stamina to pick up and throw things, so I'm just yanking out weeds with my bare bloody hands. And once I have a clear enough space, we're going to begin setting out a plot for farming in. And then we're going to go and say hi to everybody. The first day is probably going to be very heavy on text, because there's a lot of people we need to meet, greet, and I don't have a witty thing to say beyond that. Oh, I forgot my design for this. There we go. Since we don't have upgrades to our watering can yet, we have to be mindful about where we actually plant our seeds and water them. Otherwise, we're going to have a hard time getting to that last bit. And I don't mind a little bit of efficiency when it comes to my crop layouts. I'm also not feeling like I want to put on my try-hard trousers today, although I do know exactly how to try hard in this game. I think we'll free ourselves up for another bit here. I was thinking defeat Zelius, but this is a very non-violent game. The most violent thing you can do is attack your own animals, and there's nothing but a downside to do that. Got all that done, and it's only 10 AM. I'm going to realise that I don't have my watering can and go get it. I already feel accustomed to the X to run thing. Maybe it was that way on my PAL version. Yeah, you can fast track to the hospital, but it's not as generous as it is in, say, Rune Factory. If you knock yourself out, you lose a whole day, and you sleep in the following day. Better hope you've fed your animals by then. Why are Harvest Moon and Rune Factory so similar? Asks the gentle Kiwi. Now, I know you're a Kiwi, but surely you can use some of that grey matter to figure out why that might be the case. I'm going to pre-water this. It might actually be a bad idea. There's plenty of time later on in the day. I want to go and meet everybody. I also want to go and forage. Foraging is worth good money. Only 3 tools at a time until we get backpack upgrades, and I will want those. So... okay, good. I do remember the button to put things away in my backpack. There we go. Now, I did not really understand what this pixelated mess of an item was as a kid, but it's a bamboo shoot. In fact, perhaps we could go and get an explanation on it. I don't actually know what... no, I know the kanji for bamboo, but I don't know its reading. That's not how we look for it. Select. No, geez, a triangle? Triangle's what we're looking for. And we need the item explanation with another triangle. Right, so a take no ko, that must be a bamboo shoot. So a take must be a bamboo, I guess. Take no ko. Did I say tsu? Take no ko. I feel like I said take no tsu. Well, it doesn't matter. That's a take no ko. Take is bamboo. Oh, right. So, it uses the kanji for child for a shoot. Does it have the same meaning as shoot? Or does it just mean young bamboo? I'm guessing it does mean young bamboo. Right, so it is a... isn't that harvest? I think it is. So this is a thing that can be harvested from, not mountains, but I guess that's hills then. Tabete moi, so it's good to eat, and it's also good for shipping. Well, good for us. We will do the shipping because we want that money. Oh, tell you what, I was always curious what this blue grass was. Like, what's the implication there? And it is indeed blue grass there, and it's saying that it grows in the hills during springtime, and if you are to eat it, your body becomes strong, but you can also ship it. Okay, well, shipping it for sure. I think it's worth 100 schmeckles. And we will ship it from here because it's faster if you're coming in from the south of your farm to use the shipping bin inside your... what do you call a chicken coop? A chicken coop, I guess. Is this the remade or remastered in some sort? Because it looks decent. No, this is the OG from 1996. 6, I want to say. Maybe a little later. My middle brother, he got a job at one point. I hope he's still working. God knows what he's up to these days. Anyway, I always expected he would go mad with power when he got money. But in a very unusual stroke of fortune, he became quite generous when he started making money from working. And one thing he did for his beloved little bro, that is to say me, was that he bought me a couple of games on one of his first paycheck. Now I thought that was very nice. Very unexpected. My brothers are evil. But we'll save that for another day. He got me 2 games for the PlayStation 1. And one of them was some incredibly unremarkable shooty army game. But it was third person. I mean, it was really crap. Some awful jungle warrior game. But he also got me this game. God knows why he decided to give me Harvest Moon, but he did. And I played so much of this game. Just evil or Scottish? Well, we're all Scots, but no. My eldest brother, I always regarded him as a really evil individual. Not nasty evil, I mean like Green Goblin kind of, not even Green Goblin, maybe Doctor Doom kind of evil. No, he didn't give me the Japanese version, I didn't know a lick of Japanese then. So, this is Popuri with the pink hair. I've never been her biggest fan, but she's saying, Nani o, Oni-chan no baka. So, she's just saying, brother, you are baka baka baka. And the brother, Rick is his name, is just yelling Popuri's name. A very Japanese thing to do. Just say someone's name. How often do you do that in English? Is time actually passing? It is, okay, cool. Hey, Rick. Kimi wa Marvin-kun da dake? So, you must be Marvin-kun. Anyway, just now, did you see that? Yeah, I did see that. Komatana, I don't know what komatana means. I don't think it's embarrassed, I don't think it's sorry. Maybe he's just feels disgraced about that display. Right, so the home, I'm guessing that kanji is chicken because we've seen it for the coop before. So, oh crikey, it died. Right, so there was a chicken that died in a wolf attack or a dog attack. Komata means troubled or troubling. So was he sorry to have troubled us, or did he say I am troubled? The context is lost on me. Right, so my beloved sister Popuri. What the hell is this chicken? Oh. The chicken... What is this? Nimo dosu no o wasurete itasena. Right, so Popuri forgot to put the chickens back in their coop. I'm gonna guess that kind of almost small house kanji means chicken coop. I'll have to verify that later on. Sorede ore mo tsui. Right, so I always get lost with that one. Is it ka or is it a kanji? God knows. Popuri don't. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure you got angry at Popuri. Marvin-kun. Yeah, that is me. Konna... I'm pretty sure that's the kanji for a thing or a sort of thing, but I never know which reading. Man, kanji's rough. As far as I'm concerned, Jake picked up this game because of nostalgia. Oh right, yeah, Father Hobbit saying, why Japanese? Well, I've only ran a game in Japanese here once before, but I do intend on doing it occasionally, like once a year or so. Kimi ni ita no muno wa henka mo. So, it's strange, but you want me to do... You want me to return Popuri? I think that's it. He's asking me to go and get his sister back, I guess. Probably the hills. Alright, so I think she's probably gone somewhere in the hills. Oregai. I would go, however... The hell is a Tenka? Tenka Ninari. Right, so I'm guessing Tenka is probably some kind of conflict. So he would go himself, but he's afraid he'd get into some kind of conflict with his sister. So let's go and chase his sister down. Strange, I don't remember this being an event at the very start of the game. Oh, Kenka, not Tenka. Man, people say kanji is hard, but katakana is the real hardcore one. It's just so angular. Have we found her? Alright, Potpourri, let's cut to the chase. You're being a pillock. I do like this, the sight of her crying. It's just I would kind of like that upscaled, but maybe not remaster, upscaled. Watashi date hanse shiteiru shikanashi no ni? Alright, nakashi no ni is... Kanashi no ni. Kanashi. That's sad, so... What the hell are you saying here? Anyway, she's feeling sad, and she's saying her brother's horrible. Okay, so she doesn't feel any guilt. She's just saying that her brother's a nasty piece of work. She's not all that wrong. So, Kawaii soda. Now, this is not me calling her cute. This is me sympathizing. Or so I'm led to believe. Please tell me that's not shikatanai in kanji. So we say... Oh no, right, well, there we go. So the infamous Japanese phrase, it can't be helped. You see that in a game, you know the translators just were phoning it in. Anyway, so I think it can't be helped, or I feel ever so sorry for you. Now, I do want to stick it to her, but there's no lasting repercussions other than increasing affection, and that's an inherently good thing to do. So we'll say, oh, I feel so sorry for you, and she goes... Huh? Pon? Oh, right. Pon was probably the name of the... Huh? I don't get it. Pon te itano? Watashi pon no koto da... Right, I'm guessing Pon was the name of the chicken, and she loved Pon, and now... Wah! Pon is all dead because of her. Convoluted. She cries on her shoulders for a bit, and then she says, arigato. And she still looks like she's crying for a bit. So she's saying, thank you, ishoni te kurete. So, oh, she's saying, thanks a lot for staying with me as I bawled my bloody eyes out. And also, I am sorry for that. What does this even mean here? Knowing person, something... Sometimes even when read aloud, I have trouble with the meaning. Japanese English is so weird sometimes. Does Japanese have to go through English before it gets translated to other languages? Because that just sounds pitiable. Huh? Molten Farm? You are Marvin, you say? Marvin-san. Watashi. Oni-chan ni chanto... God knows what that kanji is. But, for her brother, she will properly something. So I'm guessing she's... I don't think it's greeting. Well, God knows, she's doing something properly for the two of them. Potpourri was never an option to marry, so really we've only got 3 girls to choose from. Ayamate means apologize. Okay, so she wanted to apologize for wasting my time on behalf of her and her brother. Gotcha. Is Goats' farm open? Also, is he called Goats? This massive unit here is called Goats, and he just goes, oh, Nanda! How rude of him. He just goes, what? Oh, okay. We can already start getting stuff off him, but I have no interest in doing so because it's expensive and we don't have the money or the wood for it. And he says, Nan ka atara itsu demo. Okay, so that's very nice. So he says, no matter what happens, you can always come talk to me. And that's really good. It's good to have someone reliable like that. And Guts is reliable. Ever since his whole family died. What is it? I think his wife and his daughter died in the mountains, so he's a little sensitive about people going up and being foolhardy. Oya, oya, nandai kimi wa? So he's saying, oi, oi, what are you then? Watashi wa cho? Cho? The hell kind of name is that? What was his name in the localized version? His name is actually Chu? But Chu is kiss. Surely that would be some kind of pun for them. Anyway, nice to meet you. My name is Chu. Now, this guy's whole thing is beekeeping, and otherwise he does nothing in the entire town. Hachinitsuete... If I recall from the translation, it talks about how he's just here to study bees. I won't be spending much time with this guy at all, so I'm going to assume that kanji is bees. And he says, this village... Oh, that's why he came to this village. I don't even remember him. He was such a side character. Yeah, he does absolutely nothing. My Japanese is pretty rusty, but I think he says, did you hear that Frostpunk 2 got announced? It's almost been a year and a half since it got announced. It would take me 5 seconds to tell you everything we know about Frostpunk 2. There, I'm already done. Because we know nothing, other than the fact that it's announced. Recht. Kagi ga kakateru. Yeah, we don't have the key to this place. Why would we ever have the key to this place? Jings, the day is wearing on, and I haven't introduced myself to all the potential love interests and rivals. And here are two of them right now. Something I really like about Back to Nature is that the couples actually do shack up if you don't make a move. And so many games since have just not done that. Is it too much to ask for? These two will get together if you don't make a move on one of them. And it wasn't until the 4-girl release that you could make a move on the men. So that's Mary there. She's the bookworm. Well done for noticing from all her tropish looks. Actually, to be fair, it's just the glasses and the kind of shy look, isn't it? So, itsumo koko ni iru yone. You're always here, aren't you? What are you doing? Betsu ni nante... And I keep forgetting that bloody kanji. But he's saying, not really, I'm not really doing anything. Anata Saibara-san no Mago desho. So, I know that Saibara is the blacksmith. So Mago must be some kind of underling. So, is that really Koto? Man, that keeps throwing me off. Wasn't even aware Koto had kanji like that. So he was saying I wasn't really doing anything. Oh crikey, what is that? That is... No, we know this from Rune Factory 5. That is blacksmith work, I think. I recognize the whole rock and kind of water kanji there. So, you are the blacksmith's Mago, which I assume is underling. You're working at the blacksmith, right? And he says, Kyo minai ne... What? Kyo minai ne? What? Hayaku city kaeru. Okay, so he just wants to go back to the city as soon as possible? Kyomi means interest in something. Okay, he's not interested in blacksmith work. He just wants to go to the city. Is that so? Well, Watashi mo... Oh, so Mary here would also... No, it's not that she also wants to go there. I think she's also from the city. Yeah, here we go. So, my father... It's not dobutsu. Dobutsu is animals. What's plants again? It's another kind of butsu. Screw it. Anyway, her father is into plants. Shokubutsu. Father looks into plants, and this village with my... Okay, so she came here with her family. Lucky you. Saisho wa or Saisho Hasami? No, Saisho wa. So, Samishi. So I was a little sad and lonely at the beginning of it all, but in this place, everybody's really kind. They're good people. Betsuni Samishi Wakejanayo. So he's not really sad and or lonely. Tada Konuchi. So in this village, Yaritai. That's wanting to do so. Okay, he cannot find what he wants to do in this city, this village. Oh, I skipped that, but I'm sure it wasn't important. These two are just striking that tinder, right? And he's saying, oh, it's not like that, whatever Mary just said before. Everyone is kind until the hunt begins. Okay, Chings, I don't remember there being this much dialogue in the game, especially since we're just being a voyeur here. Yaritai koto ga mitsukara nai toki wa. So, finding the thing you want to do... no, not finding the thing you want to do. Jeez, what is she saying? What even are you saying? What? Okay, this is what my mother used to say. If you can't find it today, I'm sure you'll find it tomorrow. Let's go with that. Watashi date darite suguni sonna mono mitsuke rarenai shi dakarate mainichi o muda nishite. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, what the hell are you even trying to say here? There's a lot of things I understand, but I don't know how they sew all together. Maybe you don't remember it, because last time you could read above a 2nd grade level. I'm not sure I could. Sore koso nani mo mitsukerare nain janai. Jesus Christ. Hello, fellow Japanese learner here. Perhaps help, perhaps not. I'm certainly open to help, that's for sure. I mean, I'm sure she's trying to console, I think his name is Gray, about finding what you want to do in life. And hey, it's impossible if you something every day in your life, but God knows. But I also... Mada... Okay, so I have not yet found what I'm really looking for in life. Thank you for the consolement, Mary. Yeesh. Streaming in a language you don't understand? Probably the hardest thing I've ever done when it comes to streaming. This actually looks like it's going to be a bit easier than Rune Factory 5, though, because it's going to be lighter on the writing, and it's a game that I know. Rune Factory 5 I was playing blind and Japanese. Nanka na sake ne na? What? Nanka. And I just assume he's going like, what? What the hell, man? What do I do? Well, I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to check in with the spunky redhead. Nasakenai means miserable. Oh, right. Yeah, come to think of it, in the translation, I'm pretty sure he says something, man, I must seem so pitiful. Alright, it's Anne O'Clock. Irashaimase. Irashai yourself, Anne. And Yokurishite tene. Now, I remember she says, take it easy. So, she must mean take it easy. Didn't we hear that already? Oh, now this is a good part. I think this guy's name is Doug, and he's not Doug the Mug from Rune Factory 4. He's a cool character. And he's saying, oi, oi, Malton Farm person guy. Just a minute, come over here, would you please? And I come on over. And he says, well, you see, that's my daughter over there. Ore no musume de Ran. Her name is Ran. I mean, I don't understand. Do they mean Ran, or is this just the Japanese way of saying Anne? It's beyond me. In that case, why not just go Anne and not Ran? Anyway, I digress. He's saying Anta ran no koto. So what do you think of Anne, basically? And we can say that she is... Is that Tenki or Genki? Must be Genki, right? Genki datto. Okay, so she seems spunky or she seems cute. Now, Anne ticks most of the boxes, so we're gonna say she's cute. Of course it's Genki. Tenki is big. Never mind. I just don't often see Genki written out that way. Not that I often see a lot of kanji in my day-to-day life. Oh, soka. Soria yokata. Okay, right. He's happy. He's saying, "Oh, that's good. I'm glad." Iana mite no tori. Iana mite no tori. I don't really know what he means by that. Are wa a good year. Maybe he's hopeful for the year after hearing that? Yeah, who would have thought we're infested with weebs here, Zengus? But it's good. Mite no tori means as you see. Ah. What do we have here? So... I don't know what... That's mother-parent together, so I'm guessing that's just a fancy way of saying mother? Oh, probably. Or maybe it's a normal way. Right. Mother was a little bit bigger person. Does that mean older? Must be. So... No, that doesn't seem right at all. Just like Meridian's point dump. What the hell is that? I don't even know the reading for that, but it's mother. Mother wa mo choto. I mean, I don't even know what that would be. It is haha oya. Haha oya wa mo choto. Big piranha. Otona. Otona shikatan daga? So ite kureru. Jeez, what are you trying to say? I'm pretty sure in the English he says, well, she takes a bit after her mother. So I'm glad someone finds her cute. Put me out of my misery, Anne. The dungarees as well. So, she's saying, what are you talking about? Cochino. Now that's wine. In other words, God knows how it's written itself. But Doug doesn't want to tell Anne what's going on, and she gets a bit angry. It's like, oh, come on, Dad. Ah, domo. Yeah, we all know domo, right? Watashi ran. Yoroshiku ne. I'm Ran. Nice to meet you. It is really nice to meet you, Ran. Sadly, we won't be getting hitched this time around. Yukuri shite ite ne. That's her take it easy thing again, isn't it? I wonder how I'm going to manage to remember that. Probably if it's long and begins with you and I don't get it, it's probably take it easy. Yo, nani. Now that's what are you eating? But how do you actually read that? I always thought tabe had the bay part. It's not taunda, is it? Christ knows. And you cannot take away our food. It's not a takeaway menu. Ku, nani kunda. Better definitely remember that for when I'm traveling there. He offers a bunch of stuff. Christ knows what that first one is. I think it's like a set meal. Saruda. There was a pun with Saruda in a sketchbook sketch I read, but I can't remember it. Anyway, I'm guessing it's set meal, salad, apple pie, a cheesecake, a cookie, and some water. So give me the water. Because the water is free and it still restores 1 point of stamina. So glug glug. And I've had it with you guys. Of course, Hudoi. How else are you meant to learn it? You can't wait on those things getting translated, heavens no. And God forbid localized. Let's see if we can go and meet, what's her name? Elle, I think. Ellie? The nurse who wants to be a midwife, or something to that extent. Jake, you mentioned that streaming in different languages is extremely hard, but do you watch Japanese streams of familiar games to help learn or cement the language? I'm not sure how much it helps, but I do occasionally listen/watch to streams in Japanese. But that's more because I enjoy the content. I found a channel that covers really niche games in Japanese, and you'd never see this on an English channel. Mostly because the games are only coming out in Japanese, so I find that interesting. But again, I don't know how much it helps. Konnichiwa, Anata Molten Farms Marvin. Right, so boilerplate stuff. Nice to meet you. You must be Marvin of the Molten Farm. Ara? Ara indeed. Koko Tegashite? Ah, right. It says, oh, you're hurt. Does it hurt? Or you're injured. Does it hurt? Zun. What? No, Zen. Or Sugoku. So we're saying it doesn't hurt at all, or it hurts like hell. If I'm not mistaken, if you say it hurts like hell, she gives you a bandage, or am I thinking of another event? Heiki. Zen Heiki. So, doesn't hurt at all, or it hurts like hell. I forget if she tells you you're a baby. Well, let's say it hurts like hell. Haunt. What a weird looking face. You don't get that face off of her often, so that's cool. So she's in a little bit of disbelief, and then she actually starts scolding us here. Nante son... So what's the reading for thing said? Is that like kotoi? No, surely not. Kanji, man. Even if you know the reading, it can change. Anyway, so... She's saying, you're a bloke with this kind of injury, and... Sawaide do suru no? What do we do here? Ah, yes. Bansoko. So, it's just koto. That's a separate word. Okay, well, there we go. Anyway, what we're doing here, I think she's going to give us a bandage. I'm pretty sure that's what a banso is. Yes! Now, if we hold on to this bandage... actually, yeah, nah, screw you. I think Elle was the first lassie that I married when I played this game. A long time ago. I'm pretty sure if we run down here, we're going to find Stu has had an accident. Ah, there we go. And he's just going, ooh-ah-n. I don't know why it ends in an N there. Alright, what's up, Stu? He hasn't introduced himself as Stu, but I know who he is. And he's saying... Gogechata, which I'm assuming is, oh man, that hurts. I can only assume. I would have expected him to say something like ita then, but God knows what he means. Oh right, if you're that injured, then have this bandage. And there's another sprite you don't often see, Tearful Stew there, but tearful and smiling. Arigato Oni-chan. He's calling us Oni-chan. Guess that's just what they do over there. Well, don't just guess. We hear that's what they do. Boku. Wait a second. His name's not Stu at all. He's saying his name is Yu. Well, that's not going to get confusing with Chu at all. Anyway, his name is Yu. And then hopefully Elle will come over and go, wow, you bandaged up my wee bro. Yu? Doshita no? What's wrong there, Yu? Okina... what the hell was that? Anyway, that was a great sound, a great cry. I could hear you crying from half the block away, basically. Otoko no ko nanda kara sugu ni nai tarishi chadame yo? What the hell is she saying? Because of being a boy... Maybe she's scolding him for being a crying boy. That sounds like a Japanese enough thing to do. Ah. Naita means cry. I know it means cry, I just didn't know the meaning of it. You're a boy, so don't cry straight. I swear I've heard that before. As in these Japanese medias. Right, Konoba. Oh, right, so she's noticed that that's, we have used the bandage. Why did you use the bandage, she says. Doshite. I could either say that it ended up not hurting, or Kimi ni morattan mono dakara, because I got it from you. I don't know why that would in any way flatter her, but we're going to say that anyway. It was my precious bandage from you. Marvin Sante. Omoshiroi itone. So, you're an interesting person there, Marvin. Arigato. You are Watashi no... I mean, I know she's sibling, isn't it? That's sibling, right? Is it? I saw that kanji like yesterday and I've already forgotten it. Anyway, you're an interesting guy. Thanks a lot. This is you, my brother. You properly thank you. Did you properly thank Marvin at all? Yeah, did he? He did actually. Yeah. Ototo, little brother. Thank you. Boku-chan to ittayo. So yes, he did thank us. Erakatta wa ne. Erakatta wa ne. Well, that just sounds like a positive thing to say, but I'm not sure in its actual meaning. Okay, right. Great. They're gonna go home, or she told him to go home. And until we meet next time, yeah, get out of here. Because it was a bandage from you. What madness. Again, I don't know why it says this. I would understand if it said, like, oh, the door is locked or whatever, but it's just saying... Wait, maybe that is what it means. Because it's not, I don't have the key, it's just kagi, which is key. Kagi ga kakatteiru. So the lock is locked, or the key is locked. Well, whatever. Kagi means locked. I thought for certain kagi meant key. Kagi means lock as well as key, says Fisher. It's freaking language, man. Okay, have we done our rounds? Ooh, Mana. Actually, talking to Mana is a very bad idea. She's incredibly long-winded. But we're gonna have to talk to her. Oh god, I didn't go shopping! And I think the shop closes at 5. Oh, dearie me. I completely forgot that I'm playing a farming game and not a game where I actually have to go and just talk to everybody. Oh, we're in luck. We're in a whole heap of luck. Jeff is still open and he'll sell me some stuff. Normally I wouldn't spend so much time talking to everybody. Normally I'd go straight to the mine and make loads of money, so that I can get a lot of money rolling fast. But we will we'll take it easy, as Anne tells us to do. Right, so... What are you saying? Tsuke? Tsuke ga tamate taihen nanda. So he's saying, oh no, it's bad. What's so bad? Actually, I didn't know the first thing he said there. It's because of my mood. Yo, what? See, that mood word always catches me off guard. For one, I always forget it's reading, and for two, I never know exactly what it's meaning. Oh, he was talking... I know he talks about the bills, but hey-ho. Jake's small panic and Deary Me are offset drastically by the cartoony noises Marvin makes. It's alright, we got to the shop in time, and time is frozen when you're indoors. I don't actually know what Jeff is going on about. He's also not really introducing himself. Anyway, Jeff is a pathetic individual, not even worth knowing. Well, the only thing worth knowing about Jeff is that he somehow pumped out Karen. Well, to say that it was Jeff is probably making a few assumptions. So, we don't even need to waste our time reading this. He sells bags. One bag has 9 seeds in it, and I get to choose what kind I'm going to buy. And now I have to actually read this. The top one I'm pretty sure is grass. The next one is a kabu, which I'm pretty sure is a turnip. The final kanji is always seed here. And this one is jagaimono, which is a potato. I always think of it as a jacket potato, which helps me remember it. And the Cutie. And I've forgotten what seed is there for reading, but cutie I don't actually remember, but what I do remember is that you do cucumbers this time of year, so it's probably a cucumber. Anyway, can't go wrong with a whole bunch of turnips. And we can choose how many we get. I don't see a good reason not to buy 4 of them. Soreja. Yeah, thank you. He just puts it into our backpack and away we go. Speaking of backpack, here are 2 upgrades that I want pretty quickly. The larger backpack. He calls it a ruck. I guess short for rucksack. And you can carry more things and more tools and it costs 3,000 gold. Will you buy it? I will not buy it. He looks miserable because the bills are piling up. We haven't found Karen yet, have we? How do you even meet Karen? I thought you met her in the... Probably has to be daytime, but we can meet her inside the store there. Ki ga yowai is timid. So is the reading there just ki when it's all on its own? I could have sworn that sometimes on its own it has a reading other than ki. Yeah, when you unlock the hothouse, he sells all kinds of seeds all time of year. Until then, though, he's just a rancid piece of work. Also, I should have bought cucumbers. Getting the kappa thing is well worth it. Is Popuri out of the question? I don't like Popuri, so probably not. As in, we're probably not going to go for her. But we're a long ways off from that decision. We're definitely going to flirt with all the girls. We're getting all sorts of worn out here, but don't worry. There's a hot spring in this game, and the hot spring has otherworldly powers. Forget eating anything. Forget drinking anything. If you want lots and lots of health, just jump in the hot spring for crunch. Just jump in the hot spring for a very short amount of time and you'll be fine. About an hour is plenty to deal with just about anything. Oh, I didn't have space in my backpack. What he was saying to me in the shop was that he put it into my toolbox, because I didn't have space for it. It is almost always key. There are some words where it's read K, but on its own it's key. It just never feels right that way, but I'm not going to automaton this one. Let's say no to the hoe for now, because I don't really need it. And I do want to keep the axe on me. Leveling the axe up to bronze is very important for clearing space on the farm. That's not easy because I don't know any Chinese. Or to put it another way, you fool, do you think I know Chinese? So there we go. Yeah, there was a time when these games did their seed things 3x3 instead of 2x2. Good times. Now practically everyone's asleep. Well, they're in their homes and they don't like to let you, a stranger, into their homes so easily. What I will do is I'm going to climb the mountain and get a power upgrade. Yet another reason I brought my axe. There is a cedar tree up here. And I think there's also some stuff to loot, but I could be dead wrong about that. It might only be here during autumn time. Yeah, well, it's not there. Too bad. Can't go fishing until we get the fishing rod on Sunday. But today is Getsuyobi, so it's not here. You absolutely did, HMS Submarine. Okay, so here's the cedar tree, and I'm just going to whack it. Whack it. Kore. Okay, so this is a tree. I assume that's some kind of cedar tree. There we go. And the tree flashes, and it's going to start saying stuff. The heck is this? Oh, right. Mate kudasai, of course. I don't know why mate took me a while there. Anata wa watashi no koto o... What? You are my thing? No, surely not. Anyway, cutting... Alright. Are you going to cut me, basically? I have stood here for 100 years. Koko ni something... What is that? Okay, right. Right, so they're saying, please don't cut me down. I forget the word for cut there, but cut ranai de kudasai. And I can choose to cut, or I can choose to not cut. And I will choose to not cut, because if you choose to cut, the thing kills you. And it says, arigato gozaimasu. They're very thankful. Ore ni kore o. So, they're saying we can have this, and this. You gotta notice it fast, but it was a power berry. Power berries are good. Power berries restore your health entirely, and they give you plus, I think it's 10 more stamina. Underneath the name Marvin, you can see one little berry there. There are 10 regular ones in the game, and one Kappa berry. The Kappa berry is the strongest because it makes you, I think, immune to the effects of rain, which normally saps your stamina super fast. So you want it as soon as possible. But to get it, you need cucumbers, and of course I forgot to get cucumbers. Right, so I forgot my hoe. Well, I do still want to go mining, so I'm going to go chop some wood, and then I'm going to go mining for a bit. Because the initial influx of cash you make from mining, it's quite small, but it helps the snowballing a whole lot. Yeah, I did the first 9 hours of streaming, and then various other people chipped in. I'm going to upload my 9 hours, but I'm just going to stop there. Because I have more to upload, of course. Which is definitely going to annoy some people. Of course, the alternative is uploading diddly squat. So I'm thumping down all these things because it's so late at night. Marvin is going to be getting ultra tired, but as long as you just jump into the hot springs, you'll be okay. Ooh, we relatively love coming here. I need to get out of the habit of saying that all the time, but it's such a fun phrase. Alright, we're not feeling so good after all of this midnight work on the farm. But I need to get that axe up to 100 so that I can turn it into a bronze axe. And that's going to be vitally important for getting loads of wood. See, cutting these things gives me one bit of wood over... oh, it's in the bottom right there. We have 40 pieces of wood. And we need that for building upgrades, basically. And we're at 101%, so we don't need to cut any more. Even so, I'm going to cut these. Chop, 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 chop. And choppity, choppity. Oh, poor Marvin doesn't feel very good. Gambate Marvin-kun. We're going to go and grab our hoe, and we're going to go down the mine. We're going to go down the mine. Come on now. Nice of the dog to wake up when we whistle at it at 1:30 in the morning. Now, the best place to go mining is the top floor. But if you mine down just a little bit, you should get another power berry. More power berries are good power berries, but I don't remember exactly where it is. Okay, made it in before 2. I forget if 2 a.m. is a cutoff for things getting even worse. So, I'm full of these flowers, so I don't think I'm going to grab any ores. Oh, that was convenient. Oh, whatever, let's go down for a bit. I wouldn't mind finding the power berry first. That's bronze ore, which we need to upgrade our tools up to the slightly better than basic. Oh, cripes. Well, never mind that. I didn't realize I was that tired. But we overworked ourselves down the mine, and the doctor's not very happy with us. Probably because I didn't have Kappa's berry. Nice of the doctor go and fish us out the mine, though. It means we're going to sleep in heavily on the next day. There we go, sleeping until noon. I'm assuming that means slept in, so that's neboshta. 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 I mean, I'd assume that would just be... Well, no, it wouldn't be slept. I'm guessing it's slept in. Fair enough. Let's... Oh, hey, we kept our... we kept hold of this ore. Now, unlike other games, it doesn't really track all the different items, so there's no 100% shipping rate for all the miscellaneous items, but even so, a little bit of ore is a little bit of money. Right, so lost half a day, but let's not worry about it. Give you a hug, whistle at you, whistle at you. There we go. Stay there. The dog will grow up, by the way. There we go. We're probably still a bit knackered, but if there's one thing we should make sure is done every day currently, it's watering our crops. And it's also good because watering levels up the watering can, and I would quite like it at gold or mithril level. And that way we'll be able to upgrade it to its highest level, and it will make watering so much easier. In fact, it's a priority to do so. Because otherwise, tending to crops is a bit of a pain, as you can see, doing it all one by one. There we go, easy peasy. Of course, this is the kind of game where you can play as slowly as you want. I just like to try hard a wee bit. What I would really like to do is give out these flowers as presentos, though. Ah, Karen! Nice to meet you. And she just says, konnichiwa. Of course she would, it's the afternoon. And she's saying, Anta minai... is that cow? So she's just saying, I've never seen your face before, which seems awfully rude. And that's all she's saying, so, might as well whistle at her for a wee bit and then give her these flowers. And she's going, wa arigato itadai tokuwa? Which I'm pretty sure means I like this. Itadai tokuwa. I actually don't know. I'm assuming it means she likes it. I hope she likes it. I will take these goodies though. I don't have much space for them. These two will have to do. Oh, that's right. In this game, you can actually give multiple gifts on the same day, and it stacks. So I'll give both of them to her. Because I need that space for the goodies. Itadaku, it means to receive. Oh, okay, it just means I'll accept it or receive it. So it's just like itadakimasu. Aha. Gotta be careful with this. Sometimes you can miss the shipping bin, and if you throw something on the ground and miss the shipping bin, it just breaks on the ground and it disappears. That's that. Such a nice sound. All sounds so pleasant around here, but it's already getting dark. We've wasted our day. You'll oversleep if you go to sleep with low what's-its. Low stamina. You'll sleep in so bad like we did today. So that's what happens when you go down the mines too much. I should have noticed that, but I thought you had a different animation for when you were more fatigued than anything. Well, it goes to show how long it's been since I last played this. Speedrunning Harvest Moon? Oh, I would not recommend it. I mean, I wouldn't generally recommend speedrunning regardless, but it's a good way to sap the fun out of this game. Then again, I strongly remember childhood Jake playing this game way into the wee hours. Well, I was having fun with it. Now, I still want to be going down these mines because I want the money from the top and I want the... Oh, that's junk ore, you definitely don't want that. See what we just did there? And there again, that's you finding 10 gold. You immediately pocket it, and it is an infinite source of wealth. And it's a huge source of wealth, actually, especially if you want to do one of those madman runs where you get as much done in a single year as you can. And I'm not wanting to super try hard, but I do want to be rich. What's the point in playing these kinds of games if you don't get filthy rich? It's silver, but silver's not good enough for where we're going. I don't have a counter to store things that I find, and you don't get that until you upgrade your house. So sadly, there's no storage, or no relatively long-term storage of items for a wee while. So whenever I need bronze or whatever, I'm just going to come straight here for it. Like I said, upgrading my axe to bronze is a pretty hefty priority. After that, I'll probably focus on getting my watering can up to mithril, which should be pretty easy because watering is something you do a lot every day. And every time you do an action with your tool, that levels up. Ooh, there's mithril. Is it mithril, or is it... What even does the game want to call it? Triangle and more triangle. And it's calling it mithril. Yeah, okay. Mithril indeed. And... Detoreru? So I think instead of a farm, it's called like an ore farm or a rock farm. So I'm just assuming that's mine. So you can get this in a mine. Kama? Kua? Oh no. Well, I know that an ono is an axe. Hanma. So it's just telling you that you can upgrade all of your different tools. And the Joro is the watering can, surely. Rebur Apuni. Right, so need to level up for the ores. Gotcha. Yeah, L is a problem for the Japanese. L and R are just mixed. We like this stuff. It's worth good dosh. I'll take both of them, but I need hands free to keep digging. And I am hoping to find the power berry. I don't know at what level you find it, so I'm just going to keep digging down in hopes that I do get it. Getting a bit knackered. Hey, there's gold, but mithril's worth more than gold. The real money in the mines is made when you come down here with your basket and you throw all these ores into the basket and sell them. And then you can make hundreds, but first... Oh, we got it! Sweet! Well, that was easy. How much is a basket again? I think it's like 5 grand. Nice, so we got the berry. We should have a little bit of money from these ores. I'm gonna get a little bit more money from the mine. And then... Gee, I do really want that... well, I want the basket and I want the upgrade for my backpack. But the basket's probably the bigger thing. The sooner I get the basket, the sooner I get the Omega Dollar. Yeah, in this game, your kid... I mean, it takes forever in this game. They sped up aging in later games, thankfully. But right now, your baby, for most of the time, just gets carried around by the mother, both inside and outside. And then... Oh wait, no, I want to be on the top floor. And then it just kind of rolls around on the ground going goo goo gaga. There's no meaningful relationship to have with the baby. Thankfully, in Rune Factory 4... your kid actually ages up to 5, which is slightly past potted plant level of being a human. And then you can go on adventures with them, which is pretty neat. You can go on an adventure with the whole family, you, your wife, and your kid. And just arm them up as much as you want, level them up as much as you want, drug them up as much as you want. And then you just go ham, man. Rune Factory 4, it is the definitive farming life sim game in my view. And my view is a good view. So I'm just combing around here for little 10 gold pieces, which might not seem like a whole lot, but boy does it add up. And the sooner I have enough to get myself that basket, the sooner I'm going to become a very rich man by digging up and selling ore. It's another reason why I wanted those power berries, and I'm going to have to try and remember where the other power berries are. If you remember where one is, provided it's something we can actually get quickly, do let me know. I know one is in the winter mine, one is a prize for winning the swimming competition, One you get from having something like 111 flowers in your garden, because the blonde lassie, Sasha, I think her name is, comes in and plucks most of them. Otherwise, I'm struggling to remember. And this top floor is the best one for getting the gold pieces. Look at that, 650 gold already. We're richer than we started, and we haven't even sold any crops. Forget being a farmer, this is what we are. Yeah, there's one by fishing, but we can't fish until we get a fishing rod on the first Sunday. And today is just Fiery Tuesday. See if I can even remember the days of the week. Getsuyobi, Kayobi, Suyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi. Christ, what was Saturday? Getsuyobi, Kayobi, Suyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi, Doyobi, Nichiyobi. Whew. I wrote that on a whiteboard and passed it by every day till I could remember it, because I kept forgetting days of the week. I mean, they're all some form of yobi. I suppose you could say the same for English and most Latin languages. Right, this will be the last time I comb over here for 10 gold pieces like a scrub. But I do tomorrow want to go and get some... Okay, poor guy's getting really tired. Right, I'll let you be then. We're 820. That's going to be decent enough to get us some cucumbers, and I'll get cucumbers tomorrow when the shop is open. That'll get us the Keppa berry soon enough. Hey! We can actually capture the animals around here. So I can tell that this is a squirrel. Well, it looks like a squirrel. And it's being called a risu, which I assume is a squirrel in Japanese. Totemo subayai? I'm pretty sure that means quickly, but I would have expected it to be hayai. Well, off you go. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. How about if I... Okay, it doesn't give two hoots what I do to it. Ah. Never understood why he was putting a towel on his head. I've still never seen anyone do this before. But in Scandinavia, if you go into a hot spring or a sauna like this, you just go in naked. And that's your lot. I've seen more colleagues naked than I care to think of in my days. Plenty of rancid old men at the public baths. Never been to a mixed gender one. I think that's more of a family thing to do. Yeah, in Scandinavia, it's not unusual to just hop into a sauna butt naked with your whole family. Me, I'm kind of glad that's not a tradition back in Scotland. Alright, usually about an hour in there is good enough to keep you well and proper. Done and done right. And the music always stops after, I think, 5 PM. But honestly, there's no need to try hard our way through the evening. It's not till tomorrow that we can even buy the extra seeds. And we've sold our goodies, so we actually have 1,200 gold. That's decent dosh. Now, sadly, these turnips do not sell for much, but... Oh, is there anything in the mailbox? Nanimo toruite nai. There is nothing. My friend has tattoos. I'm kind of worried we'll have a tough time finding something in a Japanese onsen. I wouldn't know. Oh, we haven't checked out the weather. And just like always, hare desu. Since we got too injured from our mining before, we weren't able to save, so now we need to save and sleep. Can I remember what diary is? No. No, I cannot. Kanji's simple, but I can't remember the reading. Nikki. Nikki. Oh, I didn't want it to be Nikki. I don't want to think about Nikki whenever I'm looking at Japanese. Right, memory card check. Yeah, let's go to memory card. Oh god, what if it says that I don't have a memory card installed? Should be fine. Hey, there we go. So, diary 1, enter. And we're good. Seibu shiteimasu. Memory card on... Okay, so please do not remove the memory card. I will do my best, game. I find it strange that there's such long loading times there, despite me running on this advanced emulator, Duck Station. Oh my, got a bit of a change of pace here. So tomorrow is going to be rainy in the morning, and throughout the day, tsuzukeru moyo desu. So it's going to continue to rain throughout the day. There's no variable weather throughout a day in Back to Nature. If it starts the day rainy, it will continue to be rainy all day. Right up until 6 AM the next day. Alright, it's a bright new day, and hey, it's Won! Kyou wa watashi anata ni take. So, today I have for you Petsuna mono? Petsu. Is that kind of like Tokubetsu? Maybe. Anyway, he's brought me something cool. Hontoni Koko. Oh my god, here we go. It's the super ultra great delicious wonderful Ringo. Does he actually say what it stands for here? Hontoni Koko dake no. Right. Ja, the name of this thing is a Sudga apple. And at 500 gold, its real name is long. Is that okay? Super ultra greto delicious wonderful Ringo. And then he's out of breath going ha ha ha. Toyu namae aru. So there's its proper name. Subarashi. Don't you think it's wonderful? Tabete kara no... It sounds like he's saying it's fun to eat, but I think what he means is like, you'll feel great after eating it. Anyway, there's no chance in hell I'm buying this. Won is a con artist. Although he does sell the best seeds in the game, so I'll be stopping by to see him later on. Also, that item is unique, but it doesn't really do anything fancy. If you're a hoarding completionist, you'd have to buy that and hold on to it for a very long time, and then store it in your fridge. Anyway, 500 gold Monae aruka? Don't you have 500 gold? Anata totemo kawaisona. Okay, you're so pitiful. Well, it's not that I didn't have the money. I'm not giving it to you, Won. Anyway, our plants are coming on through, so let's get watering. Always water every day. If you forget, some of your plants might die. I think? Is that true? No, that's not true. That wasn't added until later on. There are no plants that die from lack of water. They will happily sit unwatered all month. Or rather, all season. And sometimes what people do is they make 3x3s of their crops, only watering the outside of them, and then they wait on the last one. I don't like to do that though, too much waiting. Oh, I've got a lot more than 500 gold, I got 1265. But I am planning on investing that money on myself, not on Won's super ultra delicious great wonderful apples. Although Won is a con man, it's very important to get his seeds for mostly pineapples. Pineapple's good. I'm gonna buy 2 sets of cucumbers today. I forget when the shop opens, probably like 9. Hello, Anne! Or Ran. Are, Marvin-kun, mo... Okay. Now, I never understood this line in English, because when you speak to her here, she says, "Oh, Marvin, you came." I'm like, well, yes, I'm here. And now I still don't understand it. I have come here, yes. It just seems like a weird thing to exclaim to somebody. So, in the morning mountains, kimochi yone. So, the mountain morning feels so good. Why and how, I don't know. Popuri, talk to me. Damn, I should have spoke to her here before I met her before, because she starts with her eyes closed and then opens them, and it's the only time in the game that I know of that people change their sprite while talking to you. Right, so she's talking about her chicken farm. My mother is the shop counter, well, I guess she runs the shop, and my brother is caring for the chickens. Well, what the hell do you do then? Oni-chan wa Kito o Tosan. So, my brother, something with a father. Is he favored by the father or like this father? What's Kito? I mean, I do have my Japanese dictionary to hand, but I don't want to be flicking through it every time I'm playing. Sogoku... What was that one? Person, talk... Is it rely? Trust? Something like that. So, I think it's... Father must trust my brother a whole lot. Popurina... Okay, so I got it now. So, father must have trusted my brother a lot because he didn't teach me anything. That's hilarious, Popuri. You know what's even more hilarious? You weren't taught the difference between a flower and a weed. So if I give you these weeds that I just picked off the ground, you still say thank you and gain affection with me. Freaking Popuri. I think I'm gonna relatively gun for Karen, but it does mean having to give her a lot of those flowers. Maybe if I see Mary, I'll give Mary some flowers. Mary, I think, loves all flowers. But I might be thinking of Ellie. I don't know, this is some old memories I'm trying to work with here. She might be too nice to say WT. No, Popuri she's definitely a few screws short of a toolbox. Grab that, we'll grab the coloured grass as well, and we'll give the flower to somebody that we find. Have we done all the introductions for all the girls? No, I don't think we've had our proper introduction to Mary yet. We have to go to the library at some point when she's actually available there. Oh well, first come, first serve for my flower. Isn't it called a moondrop flower? Moondrop Hana. Okay, great. He almost knows his stuff. Surely you should run up to girls and give them hard-boiled eggs every day. That's Anne, or Ran. Ran loves spa-boiled eggs, not hard-boiled eggs. They are different items. Oh, right, I forgot about this. I'm not sure I even want this bleeding horse. It's just a pain to deal with every day. And the payoff is you get to do the horse racing. Ugh. Anyway, Genki Ganai no. So he's saying, wow, our horse isn't very Genki, is it? Not very energetic. Mata chichai kara? Maybe because it's still small. Sore nishtate Genki Ganai zo? Can't believe I've forgotten what run is there, but... Rimawatteiru kurai ga... Chodo e? So I think he's saying it's not just that it's moody, it's either not running around or... whatever. Something up with this horse. I know it's running around, but the context of it running around was lost on me. So I believe that little lassie is called May. She always had that kind of Native American look to her. Maybe I've just been watching too much King of the Hill. And she says, Oni-chan, that's me, but I'm not her brother. Why do they keep calling me brother? Right, doshita, May? What is it, May? Oni-chan, yo? Yeah, it's me. Tonari no tonari ni koshite kitano. So, she's saying that this is the guy next door. And I forget the old codger here's name, but he goes, ah, you're a Molten Farm person. Yes, yes I am. And then May's just coming back going, oh, so that not well horse, right? And he also goes, yeah. Oh, Christ, what is he saying here? Right, in this farm we raise sheep, cows, and horses. Lots of them. Ippaite. Koitsu dake ni kamate okuwake ni haikan jaga. Oh, Christ. Slow down there, old man. Samishin jarona. So they can't bother themselves with just this one horse because they have so many other animals to look after. And May says, hey, Mei ga kawaii gatte ageru yo. What? In that case, May will kawaii gatte ageru? Ageru is give, so... Are you trying to say that I'm pretty sure you're saying we should give it to you, but what's this saying? Mei ga kawaii gatte ageru yo. I get it, May's saying we should give, but why is she saying give kawaii ga? She's saying it would be nice to give it. Ah, now that makes a bit of sense. Mei ni wa mada chotto muri jayo. Omae-san, the horse? Ah, no, I get it, right. So May says that May will look after it. And old dude here is saying, well, it's impossible for you to look after the horse, but what about the farmer from Molten Farm? He turns to us and goes, hey, you, horse? So. The hell was that again? Right, will you take the horse? Ja koitsu ga okiku naru. Right, so you look after the horse until it grows up big and strong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. Are you playing this to test your Japanese skills or just have some fun with it, or both? Definitely both, and it's not so much test the skills, it's to make them better, because they definitely need to get better. Right. Isn't that Mobitsuna? Koto wa sende mo? The hell are you talking about here, old man? Oh, right. I think he's saying you don't really need to do much or have much. Just every day, talk to it, and then that'll be okay. And I really don't want the horse, but we'll take it anyway, because we can just leave it in the barn and ignore it. You don't have to feed it. You don't have to talk to it. It just won't be very happy with you. Right. Soka yokatta na, Mei. Well, you hear that? Isn't that relieving, Mei? Koitsu mo genki na. Okay, so the horse will surely become great. Although I'm not sure if he's talking about the horse or us. They love to not have their reference points or pronouns. Oni-chan arigato. Oh, namae. Oof, I didn't think about a horse name here. Who in chat wants to sit around and be ignored in my barn for a long time? Probably all game. We don't have a lot of characters, just 6, I think. Yeah, 6 characters. Dark Young is too long, Double Danger Dad is too long, Lankerson is too long. Donotes is even too long. Rakuso is the first person to come in with a sensibly short name. There you go, Rakuso. You're just gonna sit there and be ignored. And we can't change this name again, so I better make sure I spelt it right there. Ah, Soreja. Umano something or other. Okay, right. He's going to teach us about looking after horses, which I thought he already just told us to talk to it anyway. What? Hudan? Hudan wa sotoni desh. Okay, so he's saying take the thing outside on rainy days, keep it inside the horse house place. Ato wa sojana brush. Oh, brush, right. Yes. Go and what is brushing here then? I know that's brush, but brush kakete yate moyora. I thought it would be sawate with a brush, but maybe that's different. Sakimo itayoni kure gure mo. Okay, so every day, talk with it, brush it, and all is well. Soreja omai. He's still saying omai-san to us. Could call us by our name or anything other than that. Seems awfully rude. Omai-san, so your farm... I mean, does he even know that I have a place for this horse? Right, they're taking it over to my farm. Off you go. I know you're looking at these flowers expectantly, but they're not for you. Rakuso tonaka yokushite agete ne. So I think you're telling me to take good care of the horse. But you're still not having these flowers. In this case, kakeru is applied to the use of a tool. Such Japanese prose around here. It's dangerous to be running around with an item, because if I accidentally press circle, I'm just going to throw it on the ground. And throwing stuff on the ground in these populated areas actually makes everybody hate you a little bit, because it's counted as littering. So that's why it's really good to have a bigger backpack to be able to store this stuff. Ooh, it's Karen time! So, here's the doctor, who I'm pretty sure is just called Doctor. And he says, Ja okane wa... Okay, I see. So, he's saying the money he'll bring the money next time. Kondo, this time. Kondo. Kondo motteki mascara. Kondo? Next time? And he just strolls away with the goodies. Anta. Mata. Again, that's that thing. Tsuke? What could it all mean? Shononai. Shononai hitone. I'm pretty sure she's calling Jeff absolutely bloody useless. Oh, shike means rude. Anta shike ni. Okay, so she's saying that was rude and you're useless. Well, Sasha's the real useless person here. Ima no doctor desho. That was a doctor just now, right? I'm going to go to the hospital. Shiharate moratte kureru wa. So she's gonna go and handle the situation. And poor Jeff's just going, See, Fishy Ash, I was told a neat trick for doing shi and tsu in kata. And that was try to imagine the hiragana for shi and tsu. And for shi, the vertical stroke goes right through perpendicular to the two dashes. And then for tsu, it does the same. So I no longer see shi and tsu like that. I actually see an overlay of the hiragana for it. Which, of course, I'm sure makes no sense to anyone who doesn't know what those are. It took a while for me to even get it, but I haven't failed them since. Oh, it was Zyngus that told me that. Well, there we go. So, here comes Duke. I don't know if his name is Duke. But hang on, they're saying Tsuke again. Maybe this is it Bill or Tab or what? Yeah, I remember the paint-drawn illustration. Right, so Duke is just saying I'm going to help myself to this. Probably something like put it on my tab or whatever. And Jeff just hasn't learned his lesson. He goes, oh, well, so dana, ja, mata, next time. So he's just mumbling, yeah, okay, next time. But we're standing in Duke's way. Now, I really quite like Duke. He looks like he's aged with dignity. Look at that jawline. And he keeps damn good well of himself. An impeccable dresser to boot. But unfortunately, I'm on quest for booty here, Duke, so I'm gonna have to put you in your place. He says, Omae wa soda molten farm no doshitandayo? So he's saying, what's up? What's with your face? And I'm gonna have to tell him that you really need to pay. Okane wa hara wanaito? I don't know why it's hara wanaito, but I'm pretty sure that's pay up, because this one is, nah, nothing. And he's gonna laugh. He goes, ha ha ha, iindayo, it's okay, he says. But out comes Karen to put her massive boot up Duke's butt. And he is called Duke. Duke Oji-san. It's not just Duke, but it's Duke Oji-san, which I'm pretty sure is a way of saying old man Duke. Okay, oh, Karen-chan. Okane wa chanto haratte yo ne. You must pay properly. Wakata yo, Karen-chan ni wa kana wa nai na. I cannot handle you, Karen. I'll pay up. Karen takes the money, not even Jeff. Now, the fun thing about Karen is that she is a horrendous alcoholic. The best way to her heart is by shoveling ungodly amounts of wine down her throat, which has led to some fun fan art, but I'll leave that as an exercise to the viewer. And she says, "Sankyu." She actually does say "sankyu," just like that. Tasukata wa. That's not "you saved me." I'm pretty sure it's just "you helped out." Molten Farm person. I've already given you flowers, Karen. You know who I am. Marvin kunte yundai. So your name is Marvin. Watashi wa Karen yoroshiku. So my name is Karen. It is nice to meet you. And then she just buggers off. I wanted to give you these flowers, Karen, but... well, what can you do? Well, what I can do is I can leave and come back again in hopes that she's prowling around. Yeah, this is the PS1 version. Kiso. Huh, there is no Karen. And I don't want to waste these flowers on Jeff, but I do need those seeds. And I don't want to interact with them, because the interact button is also the throw this crap on the ground button. Let's go and see if we can't see Mary. If anybody deserves some lovely flowers, it would be Mary. Oh, I think we got it. More than most streams, I've really got to stay hydrated during these ones because there's just so much talking and thinking. My head needs some superconductors painted over it to get all the heat away from this brain activity. Right, sono ni... what the hell is she talking about? Also, soko ni aru no wa... is she talking about the blue grasses? Sore no mite atamaru. I think she's reading a book, that's why this doesn't seem to make any sense. Talk to me, Mary, you're off in your own world. Oh, crikey. So, we can say, I'm here to read, or what are you... oh, she's writing! Ah. Right, what are you writing there, Mary? If we express interest in whatever she's up to, she will surely feel the heart throbs. And she's just taken aback. Moshikashite kitte? Were you listening just now? You are the Molten Farmer guy, Marvin-san. Sorata. Yes, that is right. You are Marvin. Watashi tara doyo shichate? What should I do? Little writing. That must be like short. Okay, I think she's into novel writing, so... Novel writing... Mochiron Shumi? Mochiron Shumi? The heck is a Shumi? I don't know. Pen on... Okay, so... Shumi is a hobby. Ah, right, okay, so... She writes for a hobby. She's got a pen. Right, okay, I get it, right. So, writing is her hobby, and with a pen in hand, she can no longer see what's going on around her, or hear what's going on around her. And that's it. And the second floor... Have you gone up there? I'm here to give you some flowers, you egghead. Yoshiba-san just says Jake. Okay. Is that another Japanese thing? Just saying someone's name? Shosetsu is novel. How would I know that? I don't read. Right. Wa ureshi. Wow, I'm so glad. Arigato. So she's thanking us, but she's also saying Morato Kuwa. Is that just another I'll take it kind of thing? That's why you're doing this, learn new things. I only learn new things that I want to learn. If I'm at a stage where I have to know the words for short... Well, I suppose it's one of those know your enemy kinds of things. There's a very famous website called Shosetsu ni Naro, where all those annoying isekai stories get turned into anime. Oh, Christ. How did isekai become so prevalent? It just feels so lazy. Right, still no Karen, still useless Jeff, and I've still got 1,265 gold, so we're going to buy ourselves some cucumbers. And I'm not going to read this every bloody time. I know, Jeff. The Curie, no whatever seed is, and I would like 2 of them, please. There's not much point in buying potatoes, and there's certainly no point in buying grass. It's a lot less effort to just go and buy feed whenever you need it. Romance the nerd. Dunk her head into a toilet full of roses. That sounds like it would be painful. Unlike the Nintendo 64 version, the old granny does not die in this game. That came to mind because we were running past the granny's house. In case you just thought I suddenly decided to be morbid. Feedback loop. One good superhero movie made half the movies come out for the past 15 years a superhero movie. Was that when Spider-Man came out? I remember Spider-Man being very popular. I have negative patience for superhero stories, though. Well, Western superhero stories at least. Right. Once again, I did not have space for the seeds, so Jeff kindly put it away in my trunk. Zombie ant knows damn well what they're doing. Right, everything's watered. I'll put the hoe away because I don't need the hoe for a while. That's the biggest fan of Silver Surfer. The only media that I've ever seen Silver Surfer in is the Silver Surfer game. I have not read his comics. If he has any shows, I haven't seen those. I always find it quite fun to just jump along here. Now, I've heard that in the Japanese version there's this bug where if you jump across something you can fall through the ground and then just fall indefinitely. Here's hoping that doesn't happen to us. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle. I really want to buy the basket, but it's 5 grand. I think I'll just take it easy for a while rather than try harding for it, because that means a lot of scooping up 10 gold pieces a time, and I don't have the patience for that. But I will go and see Rakuso. Rakuso the horse is Shabanawa in here. So this will be the first of many Japanese... I've missed whatever the rest of that is. Yosh yosh, Rakuso. Hayaku okiku nare yo. So we're saying, well, yosh yosh, Rakuso, just like to say while petting it. And then we say, hurry up and grow big. Now, talking to it, I forget if talking to it gives it any affection, but whistling for the horse, for whatever God knows reason, increases its affection as well. But we might just ignore Rakuso for the rest of the game, because the only advantage to it is that on year 3, you should have enough points with the horse that you can actually go and ride the thing and win on the horse racing thing. And to make matters even better, you can bet on yourself. Don't we have a calendar we can look at? Here we go, Homer. Oh, man. Excellent. So this calendar starts on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I like Friday for the obvious reasons. But Sunday we need to go and get the fishing rod, although I forget what time we can do that. At Rose Square there is the Goddess Festival. It's almost certain that no girl is going to like us enough to dance with us at the Rose Festival. But, yeah, can be done. You just need to give someone a loved gift constantly, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get turned down like yesterday's dinner. Just trying to think what we could do with the rest of the day. It would be nice to get some more tool usage done, because that hammer of ours needs to eventually get silver. So we'll go and mash up some stones. This is no 100% run, so I don't care about preserving a stone or two. Yeah, it's absolutely possible. You can even get Karen to agree to dance with you at the Harvest Festival. Not Harvest Festival, the Spring Goddess Festival. She's the hardest one to do because she doesn't have any loved gifts that you can reasonably get her on the first few days. And she only regularly likes the Moondrop flowers. Popuri, I mean, you can give her flowers, but you can just give Popuri a fat stack of weeds and she'll love you. This game does not have the bug where you just show Karen your dog 100 times and she loves you, though. That, I believe, is Harvest Moon 64, or maybe the Super Nintendo one. Do you know Sora the Troll, Jake? Never heard of it. He's very knowledgeable about Japanese customs. I've never heard of this Sora the Troll. I know the stories of Guy Jean, though. That's a classic. Right, I need to find one stone and preserve it. I know I just said I wasn't doing 100% run, but it's going to bother me if I don't leave a stone. I'll leave this stone right here. Nice thing is if you don't do a screen transition, you will carry the music. And the music changes from season to season. A nice touch that's been lost in some Harvest Moon games, or Rune Factory games. In fact, it was particularly distressing in Rune Factory 5 to see the same music just used all the time. In fact, there was a lot of distressing things about Rune Factory 5. What a miserable game at times. Right, so this gives you a rundown on how you're doing each month. Moto Ganbare. So I'm not sure if that's telling me to get my ass in gear more or if I'm already doing a good job. But anyway, it's telling me to do my best with Ganbaru. I need that hammer done up to silver rather than bronze, but I don't have a lot I can use it on for that. Try harder, Kudasai. Wakarim understand. Alright, screw it, we're just gonna sleep. There is no need to super try hard every day. Oh, maybe we can see what weird TV show is on the left-hand channel. Oh, Christ, it's this guy again. I don't recall him showing every day in English. I'm not even going to try and read whatever nonsense is in the text here. If somebody wants to explain what weird skit he's doing, then I'm all for it. It's going to be raining tomorrow, so I don't need to water my crops, but it also means I get tired faster. Never realised how cute the lassie on the television is. Do they frequently use blondes on TV in Japan? Surely blondes are as rare as hen's teeth over there. Natural, at least. But you know what blondes are? Failed redheads. Right. Oh man, I forgot how much of a drag it can be to save. I really thought this would have been sped up, but kudos to the emulator for emulating the long pauses on reading that 1 megabyte data card that we had for the PlayStation 1. Maybe I shouldn't use that redhead's comment since we're not going for Ran in this run. Right, it's raining today. Tomorrow it's going to be lovely and Haredes. Feels like something's loading. What's going on here? Nothing. Just the giant raindrops are coming down, and I forgot to hug my dog. I'm pretty sure I hugged my dog Homer every day, and yet it still doesn't feel like it was enough. Get over here, you deaf mutt. So in this game, there will later be a hot pot, where everybody puts some food into a big old pot and eats it together. If you put your dog in there, your dog will be gone forever. You won't be able to get him back. So don't put your dog in the giant broth. I say never get him back. I'm sure there's some way to get him back, but I don't know what it is. How did you find that out? How indeed. Already feeling the limitations of not being able to shove these highly pixelated bamboo shoots into my backpack. There are two backpack upgrades. One upgrades it to 4 slots, the final one to 8 slots. I've never eaten dog, but I wouldn't turn it down. I'd like to try every meat there is in the world at some point. Even so, I would like it as more of a focused eating rather than having it as part of a hot pot. Oh, absolutely. Geez, Boomer's on some kind of rampage out there. Probably got really hungry thinking about that meat. Right, so on a rainy day like this, when our crops are already watered for us, and it's incredibly agonizing to do any activities that drain stamina because of it, the best bet is really for us to just go and woo the girls. So we're going to turf this over here to get the extra money. It's about 350 gold every day just from foraging goods in spring. Only 200 in summer, I think, but a massive 1350 in autumn, I believe. And diddly squat in winter. So yeah, it's certainly worth it. There should be another flower around here. Come on, how am I meant to woo the girls if I can't give them flowers I've picked out of someone's garden? Here we go. And you know what? We'll have some weeds for potpourri. To just show how ahead of the curve this game is, people have a schedule every day, or rather every day of the week. But their schedule will change in inclement weathers. So when it's raining, like they might stay at home instead of going up into the mountains. And if you talk to them at home, they'll go, oh man, I'd love to be up in the mountains, but it's pissing with rain. What a shame. Bit of a problem here. I can't find potpourri, so I hope they don't mind me turfing this on the ground. I'll turf it down on my own farm. I don't like to throw goods on the ground where it hurts my relationship with everyone, because it includes my relationship with the girls. Haven't decided yet, Demon, but it's either going to be Mary, Ellie, or Karen. Karen is the most expensive one, but marrying into her family does get us the only shop in the village. Probably sees a fair bit of revenue. Elle, on the other hand, doesn't seem to have anything on hand. Oh, right. Speaking of the girls. You know what? We already gave you a flower. I'm going to see if we can't... Hang on. See that little sign there? I mean, I can't read that pixelated mess, but what does it say on the English version? I don't even remember there being a little desk plaque there. Anyway, nice to speak to you. It's always good to speak to people every day. Gives you a bit of relation boost with them. Randomly, each day you lose relationship with everybody that you don't speak to, which is a bit harsh and a bit of a shame. Jeff's shop does have revenue, but next time. It was Anne last time, de Bruges. We broke Karen's heart to go out with Anne instead. And yes, ran. Konnichiwa, Kono... Christ, what was library again? I'm pretty sure that's library. It's like written map place. Toshokan, thank you. So this Toshokan, Papa no Hon o... So I don't get it. So hello, this library, Papa's books. Oh, right. Papa's books of... Right. Oh, no. She hopes that the village people will read her father's books, I think? Kono Toshokan wa Papa no Hon o Machi no Hito tachi ni mo yonde morao to omotte. Well, something about your father and books and hoping that these illiterate peons can read. Illuminating. Oh, I've got 2 flowers. I could have given one to you. And we haven't seen you before. What's your name again? Ara, she says. Soto wa futteiru yo ne. So, it's... What are you saying? Like it's really coming down outside? She's talking about the weather, no doubt. Demo Watashi Haru no Ame wa... Oh, right, she actually likes the rainfall in spring. Deteki ta bakari no shokubutsu da... Okay, so she likes the rain, the plants are coming out. Kito yoro konderu desho ne? God knows what she's saying at the end. Anyway, old Coots here, and like I said, she won't die here, unlike the Nintendo 64 version. Konnichiwa, Oni-chan. Yes. Hello, kid. Jake reads Japanese. Jake reading is the bigger surprise. Right, so in here I think is Thomas and Harris. No, Thomas and Kane. Kane does nothing in this game. He's such an unused character. He talks about being a photographer, if I recall right. He says, Boku wa konomichi to zuibun... That's not Yoi? Takoi? Anyway, he and this village go way back a long time. This village, Shashin o Toritsu... Okay, so he's taken photos in this village for 20 years. Dobutsu to Hito... Something? What's that reading? I don't know Hitobito, but that's... Whatever. No. Ningen. Humans. Humans and animals. Tomoni. So humans and animals living together. Everybody... I want to tell everybody about the story of people and animals living together. the mayor... The Mayor-san niwa o... that is some kind of looking after. Okay, so yes, of course, right. So the mayor is looking after me in this regard, and his father did as well. Thank you, Kane. We will never talk again because you do nothing in this game. No, gentle Kiwi, Gaelic's a dead language. Interestingly enough, my mother speaks Gaelic. She took a great interest in it a few years back. Right, my flowers. I'll see if I can give a flower to Karen and a flower to Elle. Well, there's no Karen here. How much was it for the basket again? 5,000 gold for a basket. Jesus Christ. This is hyperinflation Germany here. Turf out the money in the basket, keep the basket. Right, I don't really care what you have to say, but I'm here to give you a flower. Aww. Arigato, ureshi wa... Oh, you're just recycling lines here. She's so glad to get this lovely present. Demo, honto ni ii no. She's saying, but is it okay? Or can I really have it? Or is it really okay? Something to that effect. You know what? Why don't we try and dance with Elle? Now, Elle is some kind of turbo harlot of this village. You just drown her enough flowers, she will dance with anybody. I don't have a lot of capacity for bringing flowers down to her, but since we have precious little else to do today, we're going to go for it. Those flowers are a loved gift for Elle, so I think the first gift you give her that they love, you get 800 affection, and subsequently I think it's 400. And you need something like 5,000 to dance with them, and I should have gotten a boost from her because I gave that flower to Stu. Basically, we're going to try and game it and get that lassie. I'm not even an N5 myself, says Snadani, but seeing Japanese in context is immensely rare for me to find. I mean, it's out there. We're not living in the 1980s here. You can go online and find whatever you need, including past tests for the JLPT. And if you want to join in the challenge, Alpha Gemo triumphantly announced that he is going to do N2 this year, I believe. I forget if it was N3 or N2. N2 is no joke. Maybe you want to join him and, well, probably not do N2 if you're saying you're N5 level, but doing something in that. I'm aiming for N4 this summer. There we go. Well, don't just aim. Take aim. I too wish to do N2 this year. I hope I can be that good by then. Hoping won't get you anywhere tech tips. I don't really have any aspirations to get a graded JLPT thing, but maybe my opinion will change if I try to go to Japan and they say, nah, you need to be like N3 or N2 for us to let you in here, filthy gaijin, and then maybe I will. But I'm very jaded when it comes to education. Probably because it never did me any good. And I never did it any good. It'd be nice to have, I suppose, but it's means to an end. I'd rather just have the end. Oh, what's going on here? I think the doctor is a little jealous that I've been drowning Elle in flowers here, and I've come back for more. And Elle says, "Akka-chan, kawaii katta desu ne," where she's basically saying, wow, that baby was so cute, which is strange because nobody has any babies in this village except for us and whoever we choose as our wife. What are you saying here? Oh, her name is Ellie. Eri. I've been calling her Elle, but it is Eri. Right, Kyotai... What the hell's that again? I feel like it's Boshi? No. Boshi's a hat. Anyway, it's medical, so... Kyo wa dono akachan no koto mo kawai. Okay, right. So, I think it's hey El, you call every bloody baby cute, don't you? I don't know why that caught her back. Maybe I was wrong there. Minna kawaii desu. Honto ni sou omou. Okay, so L is reaffirming that every baby is cute. So my mate and his girlfriend recently had a baby, and I was talking to the lass, and she said, I know you're meant to think that your own baby is cute, right? It's biological. But our baby is cute, and all the other ones were very ugly. I like that line. That's more of a keeper than Ellie here. Ellie wa ii o kasan ni naru ne. So Elle will become a good mother. Zettai sou omou yo. And I have been taught this zettai. It is absolute, as in absolute territory. And Elle is taken aback by the prospect of becoming a mother. Or maybe these two will get together, Doctor and Ellie. Surely such workplace romances must be frowned upon, but it is a small village. Watashi kono shigoto tsuzuke mas date kono machi de watashi shikai nai janai desu ga dokta no o tetsue su. Oh, well, this is very touching. So she says that she will continue her work in this village and she will assist the doctor. Watashi shikai nai janai. Aren't I the... Maybe she's saying she's the only one that helped Doctor. Basically, they're talking around the idea that they both want to be together forever. Doctor doesn't seem too phased about it, though. Sore wa arigatai. Okay, so he's grateful for this. Demo, kodomo no okasan mo hitori shikai nai taro. So Doctor's grateful for these feelings, but for a child, there's only a mother. Basically, probably telling her to consider work-life balance. So, desu yo ne, that is right. I had to guess. Right, I'm trying to give you a flower, but you're having a touching moment here. Doctor, watashi ga kono shigoto tsu... Okay, right, you're just going over it again. Yes, you will continue to work here. Good for you. Hantai nano... Kashira? What is hantai? Hantai nano? Hantai is an object. Wait, that makes even less sense. Doctor, I'll continue working here. Oh, as in to object. Right. So is she saying, will you object? Or is it like Icy Sun says, on the other hand? Context. God, it's miserable. Anyway, the real context I'm on is getting into the bone zone with Ellie. So just take these flowers. There's nothing to check out here. They always say the same damn thing. And she's still black-hearted, isn't she? Yeah. Don't you have a second thing to say if I talk to you? Oh, crikey, what's that? Medicine is kusuri, right? Kusuri okatari? So... Are you saying... no, that's selling. Selling is something else. Anyway, she says that they sell medicine, and the doctor is the one you should speak to if you want some. Thank you. I have no interest in Harry Potter May cinnamon rolls, so probably not. I read the first Harry Potter book because you could not escape the first Harry Potter book if you were a child in Scotland, probably a child in all of the UK. At the time when J.K. Rowling was the biggest thing since sliced bread, then you were given the Harry Potter book and told to read. I then saw, not the first, but the second and maybe third movies as well. And I rode the ride at Universal's Islands of Adventure. And it was really good. I'm not sure if I went on Hagrid's motorcycle ride or not. We're going back up for more flowers, but I don't think we'll make it in time to go and give any to Elle. Anyone in chat have a tip for learning some of the basic grammar? I struggle with vocab and kanji because I can't separate them from grammar words in text. Have more kanji. One of the most useful things I find kanji does in a sentence is break it up. I find it really hard to play something like, say, Pokemon in Japanese because it's all just one big lump of kana. And I don't know where words start and end. Suffice to say, I feel you there. And that might mean, oh, but then I need to learn kanji. You're gonna need to learn kanji anyway. Playing Fire Red in Japanese is kind of painful. Violet is 100,000 times better in that regard. Well, the real pain there is playing Pokemon, surely. Now, if Elle is not available to receive our flower, we're going to go into the pub and give it to someone else. Maybe even Anne. Anne doesn't particularly like flowers, but she doesn't hate them. Not many people hate flowers. In fact, off the top of my head, I think only the blacksmith hates flowers. And even then I might be wrong. You can even propose to everybody in this game if you really want to. Oh, I should check and see if you're home. That was the wrong home. That was Kane and Thomas. That's Stu and Elle and Ellie. You can't romance the blacksmith, but you can romance the apprentice blacksmith if you play the 4-girl version. Yeah. It is keyed. The door is keyed. And we're desperate for love. Please accept this flower. I'm not giving it to Doug the mug. Juan is not here, so I can't buy fancy seeds. And we've got 1,500 quid, which isn't too bad. That's Nora the cat. There's Cliff, who we haven't spoken to yet. Got to be a little careful here that you don't throw the flower on the ground when you try to open this door. And here you go, Anne. And Anne just says thank you. She really doesn't care much. Doshita no? Okay, so what are you doing here at this time? Nothing much. You? And I'm pretty sure that's in, isn't it? In Aiteru Gero Masaka Tomaranai Desho. Honestly, Anne, you've lost me a bit here. So no, that isn't in. That's Heya. Heya nara aiteru gedo. So we cannot give you a room. Masaka? Masaka is kind of like no way, right? And tomaranai desho? No, the room is available then. Yeah. So heana nara ai. Okay, so could give you a room, but no way. What do you need a room for? I guess is what she's saying. That's my best guess. But you don't have a room available. Cliff is there, Gray is there. What do you expect me to do? Anyway, Cliff, I haven't spoken to you yet. What's your story? And he says, this village Niyatekite? Niyatekite. This village, to this village, something something. Kore kara ore ga dou suru bekika? Okay, right. So he's thinking about what to do in this village. Mitsukara nai mita. So he hasn't found what he wants to do, although he came to this village to figure out what he wants to do. And I'm gonna live here as long as I have the money for it. Good for you, Cliff. And you can whistle at people to make them awfully confused. If I recall, Cliff needs a job. Yeah, so Cliff can be permanently expelled from the city, or village rather, if you don't help him get a job. But Cliff's a cool guy, and if we keep him around, then he and Anne get together. And although Anne is my top sweetheart out of the cast of 5, we're not going to be taking her, so might as well let her seek happiness with Cliff. Although it's a bit of a weird relationship because Cliff sees Anne and Anne reminds him of his sister. He refuses to explain further. And they will get married. God, imagine that. Oh, why do you love me? Yeah, you remind me of my sibling. What do you even say to that? Right. Let's write in a diary, take a nap, and onwards. Sweet home Alabama. Alright, let's go. Is your sibling cool? Oh, don't expand much on that. Whatever text is here just kind of glazes over my eyes. It's not important, it's just saving loading text. You don't pay attention to it in English. Right, rain is done. It's now nice and bright, and it's nice and bright tomorrow as well. Do we still have that weird skit on channel left? Oh no, it's gotten worse. It's a mecha show. And yeah, I can't stop the scrolling. Oh, hang on, no, I remember this. This is the Robots on Summer Vacation show. Never understood it then, certainly don't understand it now. When I had this game running on the PSP, I ran all sorts of cheats on the game and was able to hack in any item into my rucksack. And even these TV shows were items, which you could check the description of and enjoy reading. Oh boy, there we go. Yum, yum, yum. Now, I should keep 3 of these. So whatever I do, I cannot harvest all of them. If I keep 3, then I will get to go and make some money, and the harvest goddess will be kind to me. Is it money, or is it a power berry? Maybe it's both. I'll keep 4 just in case I'm dead wrong. But yeah, the Harvest Goddess is a character in this game. You cannot marry her. You can't even interact with her outside of these cutscenes that I'm going for. In terms of money, yeah, we still at 15 grand. Each of these sell for something pathetic like, I don't even know, 30 gold? 60 gold? Probably 30 gold. So really, we're not making a lot of money out of this. The cucumbers will be the bigger dosh. Oh, this is far older than Rune Factory 5, Urkran. Wouldn't have to run back and forth with my vegetables one at a time if this were a game that released in the past 2 years. Just to show what happens if you accidentally throw something on the ground. Splat. It's gone, and it's gone for good. Right, I forget, is Karen taking her morning walk right now? It'd be nice to go and see her. Because I do want to give her a flower or 2, or many. Wait, Karen's not the one I'm going for. I'm going for L. Ah, crumbs. And you're not Karen anyway. And you're Popuri. Oh, jeez. Right, well, tell you what. Can I speak to the Harvest Goddess, please? What do you even say here? I don't remember your lines well. And she opens with the good old Ada. I don't remember her looking quite that horrific. But she knows who we are. Ada, Marvin Chan. First person to call us Marvin Chan, I think. Isn't it Marvin? Doshite namae. Oh, okay, so she's like, how in the world do I know your name? Sore wa watashi dakara wakaru. What? I know that? Toshikai yo. Anae wa ne? Huh? How do I know you're... Okay. Well, if it isn't Marvin. How do I know your name, you say? Well... Sore... Well... That's because I know, and... Christ, I don't know what the last bit is there. Toshika... Maybe it's... She won't say why she knows. She just turned a bit red there for some reason. Osanai itadai tekua. So she's thanking us and accepting our offering, which was that turnip. And we'll bring her more turnips. And I'll be bringing this bamboo back with me, thanks. Oh my god, watamote. I mean, there was a good premise there, but I think the whole thing got ruined. But what do I know? She's very full of herself. You should understand this concept fairly well, being who you are, Jake. Nah. Right, here's another one. Harvest Goddess. And she just said... Oh, she's not saying the same thing. She's just saying, oh, if it isn't Marvin again, and you've come again. Yes, yes I have. And once again, she's saying, thanks, I'll take it. And I think on the third one we'll get the power berry. But I think if you just keep lobbing goods into there, she'll give you some other cutscenes. You get to have a, well, it's a bit of a tease. It seems like you're going to have a hot spring episode with your favorite girl, but instead of your girl being there, it's a monkey. And then the girl comes out of nowhere and goes, ha, I was going to bathe, but there was a monkey in the hot springs. Isn't that funny? And then you curse this messed up world. Just give me the power berry, that's what I'm here for. And do we get it again? Oh, she's doing the same routine. Wait, where's my power berry? I don't have more I don't have more turnips to give you. Maybe it's 5, not 3. That's probably what you get for pelting her. Maybe you have to do it all at the same time. Ooh, I didn't consider that. Oh, thank God I saved some. She doesn't want a cucumber. Keppa wants the cucumber. Kappa, rather. I mean, this is some real esoteric stuff. How you're meant to know to do this. Well, if you listen to that weird show on TV, then you can piece it together that this is something you can do. Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's 5. It's those gamer numbers. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. Yotsubato is some really easy reading in Japanese. And Ninjin was kind enough to provide me with the first few volumes of it. In Japan, I'm gonna have a hard time not amassing a collection of manga, because it seems nice and cheap and easy to get there. And I like to avoid having too many things in my life. Anyway, right, we finally got something different here. She's saying, Marvin, yeah, well, the usual stuff. And, what is that again? Well, something more. Kitekure te ure. Okay, so she's glad that I come and visit so often. Ore ni kore ageru. So she's going to give this to us. Tabete chodai. Well, she wants us to eat it, but what's the chodai here? You know what? I have not once turned to my dictionary, instead relying on chat. I haven't put this dictionary to good use in a wee while. So I wonder what I find if I look up chodai. Goodness, I haven't used you in a fair while, have you? I've had you for ages, though. Chodai, chodai. Chichu, chica, Chihei, cha, cha, choo, choo. Cho, with a U. Chodai, used as an informal version of kudasai, meaning please. Also used as a humble verb in the form of chodai suru, which means to receive or to have in food and drink. So, it's just please. Probably a very important one to remember that. I will try my utmost. So, we scoffed down another berry, and that's good. We have now got 130% power. Glorious. Those berries are important and well worth going out of your way for. Do you still live in Sweden? I don't think I'm living here, but I am still here. I will be leaving for Japan in a little under 2 weeks. I don't know how long I'll be in Japan for, but it's going to be less than 90 days, because that's as long as you get a visa waiver for as a Euro. And then when I leave Japan, I will have to make a decision. Do I move to Hungary or do I move to Japan? Because I am 200% done with Sweden. It's Friday. Does Elle even work on a Friday? I guess so. I'm sure she has some day off which she spends with Stu and her grandma. A one-day ticket? It's gonna take a day to get there. I do not like living in Sweden, Snad and I. Which I've covered multiple times. Oh, no. Elle doesn't get the axe. Elle gets the flower. Here you go, Ellie. And she's just saying the same usual bollocks. I'm waiting for her to become purple-hearted with me. And she's still not. Man, what does it take? How many flowers do you have to give a girl before she wants to go out with you? I tell you what, before we turn back, it would be a prudent idea to go and get some more crops. Now, what's going to be most profitable for us? I don't even know. Cucumbers might not be a bad idea because they regrow. Potatoes take a wee while on their own. What does one sells cabbages? Cabbages are big money, but that's try hard level, and we're not going to try hard level. Let's go and get ourselves 4 loads of bye money. Oh, I feel bad about that already. To answer your question about flowers, it was just one set of flowers for my wife to go out with me. I won't touch further on that. That's use, right? So what does she actually mean here? Nanga... Oh Christ, what was that? I think it was like... You desu ka? So it's probably saying, what can I do for you, but... Man, that kanji in the middle. The use one. Throws me a million. It's more like, is something the matter? Really? Do you have business with me? We don't have business with Karen this time. Although, maybe. If we get super rich, we could drown Karen in wine and then she would fall for us. Well, I emptied out my backpack for the flowers, but I'm still going to try my luck with Ellie a bit more. As I said, I'm pretty sure you need a blue heart to have them agree to do the festival with you. A blue heart is 15,000 affection, I think. So you really need to be going from that from day one. Of all the girls, Ellie is the most achievable, but I have not been putting my everything into it. If I were super tryharding, I wouldn't have even be doing turnips. I would have probably day 1 or day 2 bought loads of cabbages after going mining constantly. But I'm taking it easy this run. Funny thing about this game is there's nothing to achieve by going fast or hard. The requirements for beating the game are absurdly easy. If I recall well, you need to harvest and sell 11 plants. You need to have planted, I think, 111 or 101 crops. And you need a girl to have 500 affection with you. 500 is titchy. Especially since one love gift is 800 affection. And if you marry someone, none of those stipulations apply. You just win the game. You could not do any farming in the entire game. Just give Elle flowers all game and marry her. And then you win. Although marrying does require upgrading your house, which is expensive, so... Even so, to do that, you could just forage. You could do a foraging-only run of this game, and it would be the most boring game you ever played. Is that how speedruns go? I hope to God no one speedruns this game. It'd be miserable for them. So, we've actually got a throbbing purple heart with Elle. She's starting to think about us a bit. In fact, she's even saying, Ara, Marvin, kyo wa doushita no? How were you today? How was your day? And then she goes further on about your farming no shigoto de taihen. See, there's taihen, but not in kanji this time. Desho. So it must be tough doing all that work on the farm. Kara... Crest, I don't know. But you surely have some body strength? Moiru Daroshi? Yeah, she's talking about how strong we are. She notices, so we'll take a manly stride out of here. Body strength, it's stamina. Admiring her stamina, is she? What have we here? Oh, it's these two. These two are such dorks. Right, arigato kore kaisuyo? Don't know what Kaiso? Oh no, Kaiso is returning. So he's saying thanks for this, I return it. And she goes, dorata. So how was it? They're talking about a book, one would assume. It was okay. Okay, thanks. Really? Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed that book I gave you with all the love and care out of my heart, says Mary. I also saisho yonda toki wa. So when I first read this book, I amari wakaranai katan dakedo. She didn't really understand the book first time she read it. Saikin ni natte yonde mitara sugoku omoshirokatta kara. So it was interesting or funny when she follow-up read it. Sumaranatta omowaretara something something danato omotetta no. What is she saying here? What world is she saying at the end here? Me when I reread in Japanese. Right, she didn't really understand it. When she rewrote it, she thought it was interesting. And she's probably... Oh, God knows what she's saying after that. I like the slowly and painfully played in Japanese. Yeah, well, might as well not false advertise this thing. It's not as slow and painful as Long Dark. But man, I can't wait to play more of that. It was so much fun. Right. Mo sakata. He's just a stuttering wreck of a man. I don't remember him being this bad in the translation. Ore koko I kanate saikin sundeita. So he's thinking maybe it's better than the town that he was in before. So, Nanda Kaureshi. Nanda Kaureshi. Kaureshi? Is that some? Or is it Nanda Kaureshi? Oh, yeah, okay. So she's happy to hear that. Good. Arigato. Thank you. Yes, well then. Okay, so. Good book. Motte ikune. I'm not sure if she's saying that he should come with a good book or she will come to him next time there's a good book, but whatever. Whenever there are good books, they will come together. So, janakute, hondake janakute, Iro, Iro. Ho, 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 ho. Right, so Gray here is saying, well, you know, it's not just books, you know. Thanks for various things. What do you mean? Says me. Oh, she's being coy here. Orinante shit. Okay, so either that flew over her head or she's being coy. So da yo na, orera shikunai yo na. Sore da yo na, orera shi. Something, something, not me. I don't know, but he's being quite pathetic. If I recall, well, he drops his book here, but maybe I'm thinking of another event. Oh, and she finishes up. Oh, you gonna... Till we meet again? Ah, yes. Till we meet again. That's not like me. Well, then a lot of that went over my head. I hope they don't have any 16-stroke kanji for the sub... Oh, goodness. Some of the kanji is pretty painful to read. None of the NPC's suitors are all that compelling. They're all pretty pathetic. Let me think. Rick is pathetic. Gray is pathetic. Cliff is financially pathetic. Kai isn't that pathetic. I kind of wish Kai got together with Anne, if I could, dare I say, ship any two of them. Because Kai is all sorts of spunky, and so is Anne, or Ran. Karen's just a crippling alcoholic, so Kai does not know what he's getting in for. Wait, no, Kai and Karen don't get together. Rick and Karen get together. Kai gets together with Popuri. Christ. Crap sticks to crap. Right, I don't think I watered this stuff already. There's probably a lot of watering to be done. I missed a spot. And we should have some decent dosh for all that. Ooh. 2,400 schmeckles. So we're halfway towards the basket. And the basket is big money. Make no mistake. When you have the basket, you have the power of the gods in your hands. The basket can hold 30 items. And assuming that you go for just gold and above, that's 30 times 30 gold every time you go down the mine. And you can go down the mine, well, an infinite amount of times per day, but you can easily heal up outside the mine using the hot spring, so it's not really much of an investment either. So if that's 900 gold a dip, you can just go dipping until you have all the money you could ever need. Of course, that's not really how you do it. You get enough money to get other things that make you less tedious money. But whilst I'm not going penny pinching for 10 gold pieces, I am going to rake that mine clean of its material wealth. Maybe I've just got pent-up aggression from my failures at the Long Dark. There we go. Splendid. It's a very modest amount of farming to be done, because if we go here, we can see that that's the farm place that I'm using, and it shows the cucumbers, so we know that that's cucumbers there. But the farm is huge. It's kind of nice that they did this. No sane person is going to use all of this farm on a regular run. I have used it, though. I did a run a long time ago, and I mean a long time ago, where I went for a 1,000 of all crops run. So it tracks all of your exports here, and I exported, it counts up to 999. I did 999 of all crops. I don't think I bothered with the eggs and milk and wool and yarn and cheese and mayonnaise, which you see on the bottom, going clockwise from eggs. Because tending to farm animals is a massive hassle in this game. I don't recommend it. Although, the chickens are the best of a bad lot. Let's see, it's Friday. Nothing really worth our time. Let's just go to bed. What kind of counter is that? What, coal? Counter for a lot of things. Hell, I would just use Co as a go-to counter if I can't remember the counter for anything else, because let's face it, counters are bollocks. Why have different counters for different things? What does it achieve? Why even have counters? One finger, one keyboard, one window, one apple, one intermittent feeling of overwhelming wrath. Why even have counters? And while we're at it, why have genders for words? The worst freaking thing about learning French in school. Is it le? Is it la? Is it le? Do I care? Non, non, non. You just insulted all the Germans in here. Not for the first time, and won't be for the last. Right, so... Hare des? Is it Hare or Hara for a bright sky? I think it's Hare. Hare des sounds about right. It's Saturday. I think the supermarket is still open. Tomorrow it will also be Sunshine Man. That's... I said it before, but that's a really cute lassie on TV. She reminds me of... probably every blonde anime character that's ever existed. Hare is sunny. There we go. He almost knows his stuff. And, okay, our cucumbers are still not coming through. I also forgot to ship you. Okay, well, let's get to work. Man, just playing this brings back memories. Not even playing the game, but of tending to the garden way back years ago. Lived out in the boonies as a kid, and we had a fairly sizable garden. Me and my two brothers conscripted as slave labor to dig up the entire freaking garden one time, just because Mother wanted it rearranged. Good old back-breaking labor. Gave me a lot of values I still hold today. Particularly about conscripting children for menial labor. Sadly, Santa did not get me the coal mine I wanted for Christmas. There we go. Now that watering like that gets a lot less tedious the moment I get better watering can, but I'm still doing it manually until I have, I think it's 400% skill on the watering can, and then I shove it into the blacksmith with a bit of mithril, and he's going to upgrade it to its maximum level. Yeah, there's as much pacing on your tool evolution as you want there to be. You can go straight from bottom level tool to max level in one fell swoop. Is Popuri here? Here's your nasty ass grass, which she still thanks us for. I might as well say hello to Ran. She's still going to say the same thing. Oh wait, whoa, Christ, I missed that. Oh wow, we can use... so I'm certain what she just said was tomorrow is the Spring Goddess Festival. And we can say, Escoto mo shikomu? Well, we're asking if she will escort us to that. Or we can just say, nah. I'll try. I'm going to get rejected, but sometimes you just got to accept some rejection in life. And she just says, go man. Oh my god. So she has already agreed to go with someone else. Who could it have been? Do we even want to know? Can our hearts stand such breakage? Already being betrayed. To think we married this lassie before. It's okay though. When we're rich, everyone will wish they escorted us. I still don't think I have a chance with Ellie, but I might as well try. We'll give her a couple of flowers to butter her up. And then we'll say, want to come with? And she'll go, no, I already promised someone else. And then we just cry ourselves to sleep. Well, I don't think I have space for a couple of flowers, so it's just going to be one. I always thought it was a joke, but I genuinely now think the only time I say EA is in video game menu. Well, it's rude to say, isn't it? You shouldn't say EA, you should say blah blah blah, I'm a sen. Or so I've been led to believe. It's like, oh, do you wanna come to event? Is the difference between saying hell no or I can't make it to your event. No, I suppose the meaning's a little different. Well, what does it matter? They're probably going to perceive me as some very impolite brute when I get over there, however you cut it. Oh, yes, sorry wa chotto. I don't like that. It's so indirect. Oh? Oh? Could it be a romantic event with L before we try and ask her to the dance? Konnichiwa. Do farming? Oh, so you're just asking me how is the farm, right? So we could say that it... Oh, crikey. So it's tiring. Skareru. Tanoshi, it's fun. Or surai. Surai sounds strong, so it probably means that it's rough. So I'm going to say that it's fun. Every day is fun. Sorete ichiban suteki na koto yo. So she's saying that's the #1 amazing thing. So she's probably just saying that's wonderful. Watashi mo. What was Byoin? Byoin is hospital. Watashi mo byoin no shigoto ga ski dawa. Sore mo Oba-chan no okake. Oh, right. So it's all thanks to her Oba-chan that she loves this one. She just buggers off. Come back, hell. I need an escort. Oh my days. She's double timing on us already with the doctor. Although she looks a bit pissed off. No, she's not pissed off. She's coughing. Damn right we do, Yoshu. Right, Kazekai, Ellie? Do you have a cold? The dreaded Japanese cold has gotten to our midwife. Sumimasen, she's apologizing for having a cold. No. Muri. Muri. Muri shite kurenai. So Muri in this context mustn't be impossible. Must mean something else. Well, God knows. And... he's just telling Elle to go and rest up and become... how's that again? Anyway, get better. Rest up. Oh, but going away and not working? How dare I not work? I'm a good Japanese working woman. It's more like, please don't be unreasonable, says Singus. Is that so? Trying to drown Karen in alcohol before the dance. I wouldn't be able to afford it. A bottle of alcohol is 300 or 500 gold, and I'm saving up for my basket here. Yeah, soyu... It is Imi, right? Soyu Imi Janai. No, I don't mean it like that, says Doctor. Really? Go take that rest. Oh, Doctor's tripping over himself. Yet another useless individual, despite being such a professional. Sumari mochiron ere te moraetara te tomatasukeru kedo. So you're so helpful to me, but screw it. These two are giving me like stomach ulcers just looking at what they have to say. Go away, I'm trying to get L. Anyone got a link or the name to Baron? I think it should be included in the Xenonauts episode description. I'm pretty sure it was, but I'm almost 90% sure I put it in the descriptions, but if I did not, I'll have to go and rectify that. Anyway, it's Baron_Von_PWN. Like, ownage. Arigato. Yeah. I've got no more gifts for you, Ellie, so time to be shot down, basically. So she's saying her usual. Will you be my escort? Eh? Watashi? Doshite? No! God damn it, okay. So, other people she has already agreed to go with. Just spit on the ground while we're here. Or we could make it so that there's nobody else for you to be with Elle. No, we don't have the heart. Women use that excuse all the time, even when they don't actually have someone, says Yosuba. Well, we're still going to go to the event. We're going to cry in the corner, probably. But we will still go. I forget if the girls have special sprites for the event. We can always take Rakuso, Jake. No, we cannot. Actually, I wonder if you could just push him all the way to the event. Right, well, regardless of that kind of heartbreaking, we still have our crops all watered, we've done the foraging, I think we did all the foraging already. Yes, I know that an Ono was an axe, get away from me. It's Saturday, not Sunday. Oh, but I might not be able to get the fishing rod because it's a festival Sunday. Also, is it even Sunday that you get the rod? Now I'm not so sure. Now my mind is telling me that it might have been on a Friday. Not that fishing is important in this game, it's a real tedious piece of work, but you can fish up a... special little power berry in, I think, the ocean. Yeah, I'll believe that. There was a lovely little surge of these kinds of games at the time. There was this. There was also Boku no Nuts. Natsuyasumi? Boku no Natsuyasumi? Which I keep meaning to play, and that game even had some sequels into the PlayStation 2 era. Not played it, but it's on my to-play list. There's also another game whose name I keep forgetting, but the premise is you bake bread for people every day. I really want to play that at some point. But I'm certain both that and Boku no Natsuyasumi were not localized, so tough luck and tough love. Also, I don't think I can gift people gifts on a festival day, so bringing that over was a waste of time. If nothing else, though, what I could certainly do is chop down some weeds for a bit before we go to sleep. Still crying to ourselves that Ellie supposedly had someone else to go to the dance with. Let's go. There's a whole slew of indie life and farm sims coming out this year. Yeah, but I feel like anything trying to do that now is either trying to copy Rune Factory or far more likely Stardew Valley. Now, as someone that actually doesn't like Stardew Valley, that bothers me greatly. But I also don't like what Rune Factory has become. Essentially, I'm just jaded on the genre. But that's okay, because the games that I enjoyed still exist, and I can boot them up and play them whenever I want. Like now. There's just something so off about Stardew Valley for me. I think it's because it tries to be real. Here are real people with real people problems. It's like, I'm not playing this to deal with people. That's why I loved Rune Factory 4 so much. It really felt like a fantasy Harvest Moon. Are the DLC necessary to enjoy The Long Dark in your opinion? Well, I don't have the DLC and I enjoy it, so inherently no. I don't even know what DLC adds. I'm pretty sure it's nothing. Alright, we haven't seen this before, but that is Zach, if I'm not mistaken, and he's saying that he is taking away our shipped goods. Although, how would I even read that? So, the shipped goods, motte kuze. So, I'm taking and going with your shipped goods. Alright, thanks, Zach. How did it go? I fell asleep like halfway into it. What, The Long Dark? Which I started at like 12 your time? In the afternoon? It's Shuka. Oh man, I'm never gonna remember Shuka. Finish your Factorio Tins run. Loved the ending. Oh, me too. Love the fact that it reached that ending. It was difficult to get to, I assure you. I'm sure Doc Young's just trying to adjust ahead of time to my soon-to-be Japanese streaming schedule. Write in that diary, go to bed, and it's time to go and cry in the corner as all the village girls dance, and we are left dateless. That's a shame. If I'd thought about it and really gunned for it, we definitely could have gotten Ellie to be our date, or our escort. But alas, we're not rich enough. We are not the Mega Chad Dickonicon here. I miss Mega Chad. Why do you have to go? Alright, so it's always sunny on a festival day. And it's sunny tomorrow as well. We'll give Homer a hug. It'd be nice if I could change Homer's sprite there to be black, so he is like my childhood dog. I've had a lot of dogs and cats and other animals growing up. I mean, what would it be, like 6 or 7 dogs, easily over 20 cats, fish, hamster, gerbil. Cousin had the rabbit. the hamster was called Abaddon. Abaddon the Despoiler. Oh, some of the cucumbers coming through. We'll be a rich man once we can harvest that, and then we get our bucket, and then we become the super rich man. 20 cats. Shadow, Shade, Teddy, Lucy, Blanche, Charlotte, Hungdai, Swidgen, Layla, Lucy. And I guess if I can't remember the other ones' names, they weren't that good. Oh, Teddy. How could I forget Teddy? It can be quite hard to tell when the ground is watered underneath the plant. So I like to stop and give it another mental pass over before we pass over. Is it even possible year 1 to get an escort? Yes, it absolutely is. Now, Ellie is the easiest one, but you could get any of the girls. You just really need to work for it. You actually want the backpack upgrade as soon as possible, so that you can fill your backpack with gifts to give to the girls. Ooh. Oh, I've made an error of judgment here. I think I'll pass on the bamboo shoots and just get the coloured grass then, otherwise it's too much back and forthing. Why don't I hold on to these flowers so I can continue to drown Ellie in gifts? Ellie's going to be our main lassie for a while. That's not to say that we are tying the knot. No. Our relationship is like a job. Doesn't matter anything until you sign that contract. Oh yeah, some people might be unhappy. Some people might even yell at you. They're gonna say things like, you promised, you gave your word. I'll say, yeah, maybe I did, but show me the signature. And then tell them it was the wrong signature. Parkin Rex takes a break of eating ice cream off of his chest just to stretch over to his keyboard and type, he's not wrong. Damn right. Right. There's no way to get to the the ocean front without going through the main square. So if today is the day that I can get the fishing rod, then I'm wrong. But I really feel like it's not Sundays now. Maybe it was Fridays. Can anybody check that? Just smack Harvest Moon Back to Nature fishing rod and tell me what day you have to get it from the pier. Because my heart says Sunday, but my brain tells me Friday. It's too early for ice cream. Even my hedoism has its limits. Now, it's an event, so I can't just give these people flowers right now. Much as I wish I could. Oh, now that is cute. Doki doki shichao. So she's feeling really doki doki right now. Other people... something... Nigate na no yone. So, she's feeling nervous about performing in front of other people. That's the long and short of it, and she won't accept my flowers. It's either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Bollocks! Right, so I have missed. And I think I've avoided talking to you so far, but this is Mana. And for once, she doesn't have an earful to say. Alright, ime demo huri. Tsuke o oboete? So she remembers this kind of stuff. Natsukashi. Natsukashi sounds like nostalgic, so we'll go with that. Now, the cutest button of the bunch, Ran, actually doesn't look so good in this getup. Get back in your dungarees. Nandaka. Hazukashi, ya? Skato nante. Okay, so she's pretty embarrassed. She's not used to wearing skirts. Urana. I'm assuming that's just I'm not used to it. Well, good for you. I don't really care what Jeff or Sash has to say. Duke, on the other hand, this is a bittersweet moment for him, I'm sure. Aww. Kono Isho o... the hell's that one again? God knows. Anyway, looking at Ran's mother, I have memories of her, and Ran has grown up so much, so... yeah, it's a complicated time for Doug here. Daughter's growing up, daughter reminds him of his long-dead wife, and he doesn't feel so good about it. Don't worry, if there's a hole in the family, I can help fill it. Yeah, this fits Popuri to a T. Kore wa ne, the... well, I don't even know the reading for it, but the goddess... Goddess no Ish... There's some kind of meaning here that's flying over my head. God knows or cares what it is. Karen, the drunkard. Right, the spring dance o suru. What would that be? Ikoto? No. Right. Gaoi. So she just finds that the spring dance... okay, because of the dancing and other things in spring, it's so fun. I guess she just likes spring. And the final girl to check out is Mary here. She doesn't have her glasses on. Knew something was wrong here. Konna... apira pira? Konna pira pira shita no te... Hazukashi wa ne, demo kono... This earth, this place... ah, right, okay. This place is things to benkyou suru ni wa ii. Okay, right, so... I think she's nervous or unsteady about this whole thing, but... it's an opportunity to learn about the cultures of this land. Let's go with that. And... I like Duke, so let's go and chat with Duke. Oh god. Don't often see a serious face on him. So... uchi no musume wa... koyu no ga... oh, crikey. Right, so his daughter hated this event. At least I'm pretty... yeah, I'm pretty sure that's hate. Like, really dislike. Kekyoku I... I don't know what he's saying at the end here. See, Duke, a multi-dimensional character, bit of a jackass, but he's got complicated feelings because his daughter ran away from home. Anyway, this is all well and good. Can we get this started now? Yeah, Marvin-kun, Sora Sora Haji me Yoka. Yes, we may Haji me yo. Or I could say, wait, please wait. No, get on with it. Ah, man. No escort for us. We could be dancing with lassies here, but instead we are stranded alone in the gas station of love. Forced to use the self-service pump. What I like about the dances, the wee subtleties here, like Mary is awfully stiff about it. In fact, they're all pretty stiff about it, but Karen gets really into it. And this, I believe, is the only time that you're going to see these animations. And once it's done, it's done. Hopefully it cuts to Marvin sobbing in the corner. Right, let's see if we can't be fortunate enough to find... I forget the name of the fisherman. Lewis feels right, but it could just as well be wrong. Gyoji. There's annoying reading I keep forgetting about. Gyo. It is Gyoji. Okay. Kanji readings. It's only 7 to 10 a.m. I am certain he appears at night time. Well, I mean, I could be wrong, couldn't I? We haven't been down here just yet, but this is the ocean. It never freezes over, so you can always fish here. But it's awful to fish here because there's a lot of garbage that you fish up. Fortunately, if you bring the basket with you, you can toss the rubbish into your basket for absolutely no expense. But if you have the fishing pole, which is the advanced version of the fishing rod, the fishing odds here get a lot better. Imagine not knowing all multiple readings for kanji. I can easily imagine it. I just read it better. It says AM or PM. Well, it just went 7 PM. I'm gonna double check, just in case he came out. But I have a feeling he doesn't show up on festival days. Most people don't do their regular routines on festival days. In fact, most festival days, everything's just closed. And it's just, well, suck luck to you. And this loser's no exception. Well, we gotta wait until Friday next time to get the fishing rod then. But as I said, it's no big deal. You almost never use it. It's just for fishing. And whilst you can make money off of fish, it's very slow going. It takes 1 season for a fish to grow in one size. It goes small, medium, large. And you can keep them in your fishing pond and feed them daily, but then the feed costs money. And yeah, it's just horrible. Don't bother fishing in this game. It's not good. Righto. Even so, plenty of cucumbers with our name on them. And we'll be grabbing these once they're good to go. We'll get the Keppa berry and good money, and then we're going to get ourselves a basket to go and make turbo money. And that turbo money will be used to upgrade our tools to make mega money. And then we'll find some way to upgrade to giga money. And the thing is, although you need wood to expand your house, you can offset that with just sheer money. Being rich has its advantages. I missed it, but Jake's statement made me look again, check again. I still don't understand why this memory card check takes so long on an emulator. Surely the reasons that it's pausing here wouldn't even apply. Well, what do I know? I don't know this game inside out from a technical standpoint, and clearly not even from a gameplay standpoint. Even so, we're going to call it there after one hardcore week of farming. We certainly have much more money than we started with, and this bitter sting of rejection is going to fuel Marvin's journey to becoming a Mega Chad and getting his hands on whichever girl he sees fit from this village. But we'll be back with that most likely tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's in the schedule for tomorrow, unless that Caesar 3 map ends up going on for many, many hours. I don't think so, though. I mean, me and Caesar 3, we're a tight duo. I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it throws at me. But man, I don't really want to stop streaming at all this week between Caesar 3, Harvest Moon, and Long Dark. But sadly, I have to. Still, I'll be back tomorrow, so until then, it's a cheers and a cheerio.